The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers Podcast, show number 205, being recorded on May the 26th, 2018. I'm one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez, also known as Jesus Walks Out. Today, I'm joined by the crew, plus one from the Great White North from Canada. Ryan Gibson, Gib877777777 is back.
What's going on, everybody? I'm receiving a phone call.
God.
Oh, no.
My God.
Another episode of Horrible Gamers. Let's do this.
Fucking
really?
Jesus. Way to ruin the show in the first 5 seconds. From the West Coast, the best coast, my friend Henley Merrill. Gunny Chief is back. Welcome back, Gunny.
What's up? 707 North Bay represent.
Calm down. Stop this game banging. What are you doing? Why are you throwing up your gang
people.
signs?
It's a number 2. It's a 2.
Oh.
Not a gang.
You're throwing
Okay,
up gang signs
that's a
over
gamer
there.
symbol for 2.
Threatened. I feel threatened right now. And from ADO Radio, our friend is back. Welcome back.
What's up, man? This is me, Chris, from Attention Deficit Order. Idle Hand 666 on Xbox. That's all I have. So yeah, Thanks for having me on, guys. Great show.
Thank you for coming on.
I loved your Battlefield rundown the other day.
Yeah, awesome. we had to get together and do some Battlefield talk. And if you haven't listened to that, head on over to our feed. The Battlefield 5 special show is there, where it's me, Gunny, Brink of Eternity, and Brun, BJ Swick 33 from This Xbox Live, or former host from that show. They're all big Battlefield fans. I know Brink is a huge Battlefield fan. Brun is a big Battlefield fan as well. We talk about Battlefield 5, the reveal, and what our thoughts were about it, what we expect from the game, and what we look forward to in the series. So go check that out if you haven't done so yet. It's about an hour long, so it's nice and short, keeps it cool, and yeah. If you want something to listen to while you're driving or something, go ahead and listen to that. You can always follow us on Twitter at _HorribleGamers. You can always hit subscribe on Podbean, iTunes, Google Play, all the places. You can find our show on our website, www.horriblegamers.com. And you can also join our Facebook community, Horrible Gamers Podcast Community. If you find our Facebook page, there's a link in there for the group. It is a closed group, so anything you post in the group stays in the group, and nobody can see it unless they're members of the group. So that means unless your friends or your family are members of the group, they won't be able to see anything you post in there. So that keeps it nice and clean for your family. They don't have to listen or view your gaming post. If they're not gamers, they don't have to see that. You post it in the group, it'll be fine. You can always email us at feedback@horriblegamers.com. And a big shout out to our Patreons. Head over to patreon.com/horriblegamers like Jonathan Hall did, Alan Maybe, Joshua Wolf, Evan Tanaka, John Jerome, Adam Sunday, Clint Theo, and Dirty Bites. Thank you guys for your support. We appreciate it. They've all donated some kind of money, as little as $2, some up to $10. So be like them. Head on over to Patreon and give us some money to support the show, to improve the audio quality, improve the show itself, and make Ryan not answer phone calls during the show. Because that's not right.
That's not cool.
Not cool.
I know. What's going on there,
The fuck kind of show is this?
Jeez.
Our intro song is done by Fowler and Twistex, and it's called The Breakout. It is an HGP remix. The original song, you can find it on iTunes, YouTube, all the places like that, Spotify. Our outro song is done by Broke for Free, and it's called Night Owl. The band is awesome. Go check them out. They're on YouTube, SoundCloud, fucking iTunes, all the places, Spotify. They're everywhere, really. So go find them. It's called Night Owl. If you like that song, you can listen to it as many times as you want over there. Let's get into video game talk, guys. We're going to talk about E3 this week, so hopefully we're going to get into that after our video game talk. Before the news, we'll get into our E3 discussions, our predictions for the E3 shows this year. I know we planned to do that last week, but we pushed it to this week, so let's do that. But time to get into video game discussions. The games that I played this week, or at least one of them, is God of War. I'm still on it, guys. I'm still playing it. I finally got my dual blades. That was last week, right? So I've been playing more of that. I love the story, dude. I figured out that I'm about halfway through the game already. So I'm halfway through the game. So I just got to finish it at this point. Get back into
How many hours? How many hours are you into it right now?
I would say about 20 to 25. But that's because I spent like the first 8 or 10 hours doing side quests. Like I just stopped doing the main missions, and I just kept doing side quests, and then it got to the point where on the side quest, they were too hard for me. The enemies were too overpowered, or they had like an ability that I could not fight against. So I figured out that I needed my dual blades, which I didn't even know you could get in the game until somebody told me, and I was like, oh fuck. So the dual blades are what you need to fight the ice people or the ice fucking monsters or whatever, the walkers, the ice walkers. You fight them. You fight them with
Winter is coming.
they're like straight up from Game of Thrones. That's who they are, the Night Walkers or the Ice Walkers, or whatever the fuck they're called. So you fight them with the dual blades, and because if you fight them with your frost axe, it seems to do no damage at all to them. They just don't take any damage. But with the dual blades, you just destroy them. So I'm glad I found those. I keep finding the travelers. Those guys are tough. I keep running into those guys, and they're assholes because they're pretty tough dudes. And especially when it's 2 of them, it's insane. It is fucking insane. I can't. I never beat the Valkyrie. I ran away from her, and I went and did all the other stuff. So I'm gonna go back, I think, at the end of the game and try to fight her and all her friends or whatever. Because I think there's like 10 of them, and then you got to fight the Valkyrie Queen at the end of that. So. I look forward to that. But God of War is still a good game, guys. It's still fun. The reason I haven't gone back to it much this week is because other games came out, and I'll be talking about them here in a bit. But, God of War, still good. Let's move on here. Gunny, talk about your games. One of the games.
Yeah, right, because I'll save the other one for last. More Far Cry 5, still playing that game. I finished Face Area.
Uh-huh.
And that was cool. Like, that section was good because it's like kind of giving you, she's still like talking and she's just trying to go through the end of that. And like all that whole set piece was pretty cool for trying to finish her area off and trying to get rid of all the drugs in that area.
Yeah.
But opening up all those doors, I was like, fine, can I just get the hell out of this bunker? But,
no,
yeah,
you must stay in this bunker forever.
Jeez. Like every time it's like, open this door, open that door. But,
I liked the Face area the most in that game. I cannot stop saying that because I really did. I thought that was the best part of that whole game. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you kind of go through a sequence where, like, when you're being hunted, and then John starts talking, the main protagonist in this game, but and he talks for a while, and that's like that part was pretty cool too.
John C.
Because you're like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Well, there's a point in that game, I don't know if you reached it, where he kind of goes into something that happened with his family, and I don't know if you got into that point yet, but I mean, that was really cool because it kind of gives perspective on why he's kind of batshit crazy and why he's made this big religious cult that's not really based on religion. Well, it is based on religion, but it's like they're not getting people to join them based on the religion. They're getting people to join them from the drugs. They're brainwashing the people to do whatever the hell they want them to do. And I thought that was really cool how he gets into that, like, my wife, my kids, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's fucking cool.
Yeah, and you can kind of tell they wanted to take the U.S. Marshal and maybe flush out some of his, like, stuff from his life, but they didn't do that. And, they kind of left that part alone. But, yeah, I will say, like, in the north, I've already done a few missions. I kind of did that prior. And then I was like, fuck, I need to go back and finish Face Area, right? So I stopped what I was doing. But leading up to that point in the north area, that's where Herc is, right? So that is the best part, I think, so far about the north area, is meeting Herc, meeting his dad. His dad is hilarious. And you take Herc and drop him off a cliff or something, and I don't want him back here. He's so stupid. Like, shit like that. It was just funny as hell.
Oh, that's the redneck, right, with the red shirt?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think he was like, and I think it was him that was just like, vote election for me for mayor or some shit like that, right? He's got all these signs, like he's always got these great ideas.
Yeah, he's running for like governor or some shit of the state or some fucking dumb shit like that.
And it's funny because he'll be like, yeah, you know what? And then I win, and then we're just gonna like just sit around and drink all day or something, you know, like.
Oh yeah.
But it was like.
I love driving his truck around the game, like his truck that says "Vote for Herc" or whatever.
Yeah.
I drove his truck everywhere.
And then I have him, and I think I'm trying to think of the girl that I have the second companion as, but like you were saying before, Jesus, that interaction between those two.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Like he'll just say something stupid, and then she's like, "Just shut up, Herc," you know.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that is funny.
Yeah, I love it, dude. I really enjoyed the game, and I thought it was fun. But I really hit a point where I needed to finish it, and I did. And I thought it was cool. I thought everybody keeps talking about the ending like it's some great thing, and I thought it was okay for an ending. Yes, it is a twist, but it's not nothing crazy. Like it's not like a Far Cry 3 twist. It's not like that kind of crazy. Far Cry 3 at the end of that game was crazy. You're like,
yeah,
what the fuck's going on right now? You know what I mean? Like all this crazy shit is happening at the end of that game, you know, and this game, it tries to pull it off, but I don't think they do a good job at it. Not as good as Far Cry 3.
Yeah, and
Far
I think
Cry 3 was the best game in the series.
They should have left those mountains alone in the back, like, because it's like, just leave that part alone, maybe add some more story stuff. And like, yeah, it would have been fine because I could definitely see how thin it is in that north area. But either way, I think I've got literally probably 3 hours left, and I'll have that.
Nice
main story wrapped up. Yeah.
Yeah, towards the end of that game, I was just running to try to finish that thing. I'm just like, I'm done. I'm done with this.
Especially in the north, because the north is when you go into that bunker. Every time you go into it, or you reach the tick mark, and you get kidnapped, and you get put into it. All it is the same thing, except with less time. And that's all it is.
I hated that part.
That was so lame. I was like, this is so fucking stupid. I wanted to, like, give me something different. Like, at least in face area, every time you got kidnapped, like, you got a new cutscene, a whole new thing, like a whole new dialogue of story, you know? And
right.
You get into this, like, north cutscene, and it's like you just run around in a bunker shooting people in the head. Or whatever. Yeah. And then
it was
stupid. The next time is like, oh, now you have 1 minute. Now you have 45 seconds. Now you have 30 seconds. Now you have 20 seconds. It's dumb.
That's a sign of bad storytelling. They're just like, we need to make the game last longer. Let's do these forced cut scenes throughout the whole game.
Yeah, I thought that was.
It makes the game 10 hours longer.
Yeah, and to mention something else too, I think it was even part of the story. Again, from the north was, go to this area, find the pilot, right? So, okay, you found the pilot. Kill the pilot. Okay, go back to this area. That's the pilot. Kill the pilot. It's like, all right, that's just, like, boring, you know? But it was like, why couldn't you just send me back there to begin with? Just once to send me from one end of the map to the other, so.
Gunny, when I got to the same point you're at, that's when I gave up on the game. I was just like, I'm done. I don't even want to finish it.
And it doesn't even tell you. That's the thing that was frustrating about it was, like, why didn't you tell me to go from A to B to C? I went from A to C. Yeah. And I'm sitting there trying to find this pilot, right? And the pilot's right there. She's flying back, or he's flying back and forth. I'm like, this thing's not triggering. I think it's a bug or whatever. Oh, no, you have to go to point B first. So it's what I found out the hard way. So there was like another hour of just, like, trying to figure this game out.
Yeah, and these big games need to do something more original instead of these fetch it quests for everything. Like, get 6 of these and rank up. I need something more original nowadays. Like, those have been done. The small quest. They need something original with the small quests. Like, instead of clearing an enclave of people, they need... I don't know, man. I can't think of something right now.
Games need to evolve. We're just at a point now where it's like... everything's just getting boring, and like that's my biggest issue these days is like I've been saying the last few times that, you know, my gaming has been like slowly kind of going down. I'm not enjoying it the way I used to, and I think that that's part of it. It's like there's no evolution. It's just the same shit over and over and over again, and I don't know, I'm getting really kind of fed up with it.
But I could say I'm just going to be a PlayStation fanboy here for a minute, or even say that, like, oh yeah, it's pretty, it's 4K, it's got sprawling hills and there's trees and mountains, but it's like, I just want to have fun playing this game. Like, don't make it so, if you're going to make it this big or whatever, like, put a bunch of players in there or something. But, like, they totally just spread that area out way too far. Just make it, shorten it up.
It's like everything has to be this military shooter now. And it's like, fuck off. I want more inventive, creative things. Give me fucking wizards. Give me, like craziness. Give me something off the wall. You know what I mean?
PUBG wizards.
Just run around and shoot guns anymore.
There you go.
PUBG wizards.
Yeah. Earth, wind, and fire spells.
Yeah, PUBG wizards, guys. There you go. That's the new one.
100 wizards drop on an island.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
But that's what I play, guys. What about you, Ryan?
Well, I've been playing some interesting stuff this week. What do I got here? What do I want to talk about first? I've been playing a little bit. Well, obviously, I've been playing State of Decay 2. Let's talk about this now. I don't know about this game. I really, really don't know about this game. I was playing with Chris earlier. Well, we weren't even playing. We were just in a party together playing in our own games. But I don't know what to do. I'm trying to get the resources that I need. The resources that I need are never anywhere around me. My entire community is starving. I have no building resources. I have no nothing. Every time it says, hey, you have to do this, I go to try and do it, and I don't have the resources for it. I'm running around scavenging everything that I can, and I'm not getting the resources that I need at all. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm just playing this wrong or what is happening, but I don't even I got to a point this morning where I was just like, I don't want to play this game. This is not for me.
All right,
I'm glad it's on Game Pass because I feel about this game about how like everyone felt about Sea of Thieves when it came out. I feel like there's nothing to do. You're just wandering around a community collecting resources that are useless and aren't the resources that you need to do what you need to do. Like, if you're going to make me do something, at least give me an idea of where these resources are that I need to go and find. Like, give me something. I mean, I know, Jesus, you've been having fun with this game too, haven't you?
So what happened to me was I played it on Game Pass the first day it came out. I downloaded it, I played it. And then I got into Gunny's game, and then Mojo got into Gunny's game. Then Gunny had to leave. So I went back to my game, and I invited Mojo into my game. And that's when the problem started. Up to that point, I was doing pretty good at my base. It was stable. It wasn't like the people weren't cheerful, but it was stable. I was finding resources. They were kind of low, but I was getting them. And me and Mojo, we got into cars because I had 2 cars in my base. And we're driving around, and first car, I crash into a juggernaut. And I destroy my car running over this juggernaut like 5 or 6 times. I had to go down the street, turn the car around, go full speed, hit him head on, back the car up, turn around, hit him again head on. I kept doing that over and over. Finally killed the juggernaut, destroyed my car, jumped into Mojo's car. We went across the map because I told Mojo I want to find a bigger base. And he was like, oh, I know where it is. And I don't think he knew where it was because he was just driving around. So we were driving, and we were on the other side of the map.
Where you at?
We were on the other side of the map. We were on the west part of the map when our, the original home base is on the east. And over there, dude, there was just juggernauts. There was feral zombies. One of the zombies was a feral zombie. It got so insane. It got to a point where we were just running into hordes and plague hearts and all kinds of shit. And we blew up at least 5 cars. We blew them up. I'm not talking we fucked them up. No, we blew them up. Because one time, we were up in the beginning area. When you first start the game, you're in that parking lot next to the bathroom, and there's a little trail that goes up. We went up there.
Yeah.
And I drove up to the campsite while Mojo was on the parking lot, running in circles, killing zombies. I went up into the campsite, and I was looting the tents. And all of a sudden, the guy that I was playing as is like, "Oh no, there's a juggernaut!" And I hear, I was like, oh shit. So I'm taking off running, right? I'm running. I'm like, Mojo, dude, I got this big ass zombie chasing me. He's like, all right, hold on, mate. You know, and like, he's about to go up there to help me. But I'm in the fucking trail and I'm hitting reverse on the truck. I'm like going backwards and as I'm going backwards, it came to the point where he's going into the trail and that's the exit of the trail and I'm going reverse and he's going forward. I barely tap his truck. My fucking truck goes flying like 50 feet in the air, does like 3 or 4 or 5 different fucking spins and blows up in the middle of the air. It blew up his truck, and then the zombie's still chasing us. He's like, "Roar," he's coming after us, and I'm trying to shoot the zombie, and you know your guns degrade over time, so like my gun broke while I'm shooting this thing in the head. My gun, and I look over and I'm like, "Where's Mojo at? You know, like why is he not shooting?" And I look at the map, and Mojo's like halfway down the road towards my base. I'm like, Mojo, what the fuck, dude? He's like, oh, I'm leaving, mate. I was like, fuck you. So I take off running after him. We get back to the base, you know, and then finally, you know, it got to the point where, like, I was like, dude, like, let's just go back to base. You know, we were across the map at a different point of the game, and I told him, let's just go back to base, dude. My guy's almost dead. My character was like, he had like half stamina because he was all tired and exhausted. He had like half health because we got jumped by like a feral zombie. We got jumped by like 3 hordes. There was a juggernaut there. There was a feral, the ones that jump on you and like slash you open or whatever. One of those jumped on top of me, almost killed me. It was insane, dude. Like I said, we blew up so many cars. So then yesterday, I get into my game and I tell myself, okay, like I researched it and I know that if you go find like a new map, like you can go to your outpost and put like, if you have it upgraded to level 2, you can put like search for new areas to loot or new area to move to, and I put that, and it searched for, and it found like 2 new areas. Like there was one that was like, go to the valley, go to this exit if you want to go to the valley, go to this part of the map if you want to go to the other Drucker County or whatever. So I was like, fuck it, the Drucker County one is closer, the one in the valley is like across the map. I'm just gonna run up the hill towards this one. Because I had no cars left, right? Because we blew up all my cars. So I'm running up the hill, and I go through this crazy-ass forest. You know, there's zombies everywhere. I barely made it to the exit. And I get to the exit, and it says, like, are you sure you want to move to this new map? All resources in this area will be reset, and your base will be dismantled. You're going to lose some resources for dismantling the base. You're not going to have a base when you move there. You need to find a base when you get there. And I was like, yeah, whatever. I just wanted a new map because I wanted new cars, right? I didn't know that when you move maps, the difficulty increases significantly. And I was like, yeah, fuck it. And I moved to the new map. Well, it starts you off in the new map. You're like in the edge of the map on a road, and all you have is like a tent. And that's where all your shit is. Like all your shit from your base is in this fucking tent. And that's your home base until you find an actual home base to move to. So I take my best guy. This is like the army guy. I take him, and he's like leveled up all the way almost. He has like a bunch of stamina, a bunch of health, badass guns. He's good at everything. And I'm like, all right, you guys wait here. I'm going to go find a new base for us to live in. I start walking down the road. What do I see? 3 hordes and a fucking feral zombie, and I'm like, oh shit! God. So I'm running back to the people, you know, to my people that are in the tent. I run back towards them. You know, everybody's fighting the feral zombies. The hordes are coming at us. We're shooting our guns, and I almost died. So like, I heal my guy up. I heal him. I'm like, okay. I just heal him up, and I'm gonna go find this base. I get up on one of the first billboards. I scan the area around. Nothing. I couldn't see anything. I was like, fuck, there's nothing here to move into. So I jump in a car, start driving down the road, hop on the next tower, again, look around, nothing. I get to the 3rd or 4th like billboard, and I'm pretty far away from my people at this time. You know, because I'm just going up to the billboards and I'm scanning around, and all I see is plague hearts and like infestations everywhere. And on the 4th billboard, I'm up there. I have no meds left. My guy is injured. His stamina's low. And there's a juggernaut underneath the billboard waiting for me. There's great. 3 hordes down there waiting for me. And there's a feral zombie down there waiting for me. So I'm like waiting for them to leave, and they don't leave. They're just there waiting. I'm like, Fuck. I'm like, and then like, I'm like, okay, maybe I could switch characters. So I went to switch characters. Like, oh, you cannot switch characters. You must be at an outpost or like at your base to be able to switch characters. And I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. So I go down the ladder. Sure enough, the Juggernaut grabs the dude and splits him in half. And it's like, oh, this dude is now dead. I'm like,
oh my god,
fuck. And then, so like at that point,
the best guy too, right?
The best guy, yeah. He was like the almost. I was gonna make him the leader of my crew because he had like the sheriff perk, where like if you get the sheriff perk, you get more resources. You're able to contain peace or whatever the fuck, all that bullshit. And so at that point, I just restarted the game. I went to the main menu, and I put delete community, and I deleted it. Fuck this. I was so mad at the game. I was like, fuck you, piece of shit. I'm deleting this. I deleted it. And I started a new one yesterday. And this new one, like, when you start a whole new community, it'll tell you, like, do you want to go to the tutorial? And the tutorial is that first part where you're walking to the army base and you're with the people and the person gets infected. That's the tutorial. And I was like, fuck it, skip tutorial. Well, when you skip the tutorial, you only start off with 3 people instead of 4. You start off with 3.
Oh, so you don't have a partner?
No, you don't have a partner. It's just you pick 3.
But when
Does
you
it just
pick
start
a
you at a
character,
base?
You pick
a random base?
Your character is always with a partner, so
no, not when you restart the game completely or whatever. Like when you skip the tutorial, it doesn't let you do that. You pick 3 random survivors that are going to be together when the game starts. And so I kept re-rolling and re-rolling and re-rolling their perks because you can keep re-rolling until you get exactly what you want. Like if you want somebody with full cardio, somebody with full shooting. So I picked one that had like a little, like almost all the way full on medicine, and she was pretty good at shooting. She had low stars on everything else, but then I picked another one that was pretty high on everything, which was kind of weird. And then I picked another one that was like pretty good on like other shit like engineering or mechanics or something. I started a new game and my base is good. Like right now, shit is going good for my people. I have like they're cheerful. I got a solar array up. I got a mechanic shop. I got a gun range. I have a water collection system. I have a medical fucking thing. My shit is good. I have like 8 beds or some shit like that. Like I'm good. The problem is though that right now that I'm getting with my current playthrough right now is that it's getting significantly harder the better I make my base. It's like the game knows you're making your base pretty good and your people are cheerful.
The more stuff you build.
And those fucking plague hearts are everywhere around my base. Like, there was one right next door to my base. So I was constantly getting attacked at my base. So I had to go blow that thing up. And, like, the game tells you, like, you know, if you destroy more plague hearts, the next one you destroy is going to be even harder than the last one you destroyed. They just keep getting harder and harder. And now there's, like, juggernauts everywhere and feral zombies. And, like, I'm scared to take my people out to loot. Because I'm like... This shit is not cool, man. Because I was trying to loot a clinic. Because I was going to make the clinic my outpost. And, like, next to the clinic is a plague heart. And next to the plague heart was, like, 3 juggernauts and, like, a fucking bunch of hordes. And I was like, oh, my God, I can't. I was like, I can't make this my outpost. Because, like, I have to kill all those zombies to clear it out. So I was like, I can't kill a fucking juggernaut, dude. You can't kill those things. Those things are, like, you shoot them in the head, like, 7 times. And they still don't die. And you could be shooting them with a big-ass rifle and they won't die. Like, they just don't go down. So, like, right now I'm struggling to, like, restart my game or switch to a new map. I don't know what I'm going to do. Because if I switch to a new map, I have to find a whole new home base and the difficulty gets harder. And even though the devs said the difficulty does not get harder when you switch maps, I think it does. I think they're full of shit. I think they're just lying to you.
Yeah.
I think they are. Because like
they did not make this easy.
It's a hard fucking game, but overall, in general, the game is okay. It's State of Decay 1, really. It's State of Decay 1.5. That's all it is.
I would say I would agree with that.
Because I played a lot of this. I played a lot of the first one, and this game is pretty much the same, dude.
Yeah, it still has I feel the same way, Jesus. It's like the exact same game as the first one. Mm-hmm. Just looks a little better now. That's about it.
That's about it, really.
Than that, it's exactly the same.
The map would be a little bit bigger and more like diverse, I would say. But they have way less vehicles in this game. Way less vehicles. In the last game, I could find cars everywhere. In this game, you struggle to find a car. You want to take care of your cars because you will not find a fucking car forever. Like, you can run across the map and not find a fucking car sometimes. So, yeah, and it's hard. So, I mean, I don't know. Personally, I think the game it's fun, but it's not what I hoped for when Microsoft announced State of Decay 2. It's not what I had envisioned. I thought they would have got rid of all the bugs, or at least most of them. But it seems like they didn't. It seems like...
Do you think it was a misstep for them to, all the stuff that you can do at your base, right? Whether it's that first place where your house is or whatever it is that you found, that they didn't have anything for fortifications. Like in the first one, you can board up your windows. Like that was really, or you could build the tower. And I think just building the tower in the first one was, it just spotted
and it kept
hordes
zombies
earlier,
at bay, right? Yeah, and
it took a while for that horde to actually get to your base in that first one.
And actually, in the first one, you could actually, I don't know if they got rid of that in this one. I haven't been able to do it, but in the first one, you could build like mines and put them around your base. So when your base got attacked by the hordes or whatever, like when it was like, oh, the base is under attack, the mines would blow up some of the zombies. Like you could see them being blown up.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I think they got rid of that in this game because I haven't been able to do it unless it's like a special perk ability.
I think it was a late game thing in the first one too, wasn't it?
Yeah, you have to like.
You got it later on, so you might have to like unlock it, or maybe once you upgrade your workshop or something, you can probably do it. Yeah, I don't know for sure. I'm just guessing.
But how many survivors can you pick up?
A lot. Like
really?
Like as many as you can fit in your base, I think.
Yeah, as many beds as you have, right?
Yeah. And you can even have more people than beds. You just got to be able to rotate them out, because they're gonna like if you don't have enough beds, your people will get fucking pissed. They're gonna be like, "Oh, I fucking hate this place. This place sucks. I hate sleeping on the floor." It's like, fuck you, dude. At least you're alive, Like, don't be a bitch. Stop complaining, And like, it a lot of that shit is really annoying, because like, my base is good. I have a lot of food. I have a lot of ammo. I have a lot of fuel. I have power to the base because, like I said, I built the solar thing or whatever. So I have all that. And the people are still complaining about shit. It's like, oh, I really hate these infestations. I really hate the plague hearts. We should destroy the plague hearts. It's like, dude, no, we should not destroy the plague hearts because the more you destroy them, the more crazy shit happens.
Every time I play this game, I'm yelling at my community members. I'm yelling at the people because they say something and I'm like, fuck off, shut up.
There should be responses.
I'm really hungry. Well, why don't you go get some goddamn food then, you fucking asshole?
Yeah, well, anytime
go make a sandwich.
I was out one night and I went out with a guy right in front of my base as a juggernaut. And I started shooting at it and I'm like, fuck this, and took off and ran right back to the base, left the dude out there. He didn't die. He was fine. It was a horde. It was a plague horde and a juggernaut were coming after me.
Yeah.
And
Who was the guy that was following us everywhere the other day?
Patrick. This one little dude who I couldn't get him away from me, man. He was just, we had to all, because we were 4 of us in a group, and we had to jump into the car. I had to jump into the car last so Patrick would be left out, and he'd be running after the car the whole time.
They were like fucking running Patrick over and shit. Like, fuck off, Patrick, get out of the way.
Yeah, some of the followers are just annoying.
They're just annoying, yeah. And there was like one where like if you don't help the followers, they will turn against you or they'll just leave. Because like one of them, they kept radioing for help. They were like, hey, we could really use your help out here. We could really use your help out here. And I was too busy like trying to get enough points to like set up my new office base. Because I got the office in the middle of the city. That's where my base is right now. And so I was busy doing that, trying to get like the points or influence points to get the 1,000 to be able to move in or whatever. And like finally when I got there and I did all that and I started building stuff in my base, the people were like, well, I guess we're going to leave then. Fuck you guys.
Yeah,
we're going to move on. And it's like, oh, we should have really helped those people. Like my character that I was playing as was like, oh man, maybe we should have helped those people because like on the bottom of the screen it said, this clan, whatever the fuck they were called, like the Lost or something like that, has left the area or whatever. Like they're no longer available for trading or anything. Like they just left the map.
Why aren't you? What?
I would have just said that's less mouths to feed.
Yes.
Why can't you kill these people?
You can.
That's one thing because
You can exile them from your group, from your community.
I met a group. Like I met a group of people, and they're like, "Hey, blah blah blah, give us food," and I just went hostile against them. And they started shooting me in the back. I had to run out and jump in my car and take off. And now every time I pass this group, if I pull up into the driveway, they're in a gas station, they'll come out and start shooting at me.
Yeah.
But I went in there and started running them over and shit, and they pop right back up. Nope, I can't kill them. They pop right back up.
That's so weird. I was able to kill a few because one of them was like the first group that I found, I became friendly with them. I did whatever they wanted me to do. It was like take out some infestations or something, and I did it. And then like it said, oh, these people are now friendly. Like you're allies now. Like it said, instead of friendly, it said ally.
Right.
So they would shoot at, like if I was being chased by a juggernaut, they would come out and start shooting at it or whatever. Like if I ran by their base. But finally I went up to one of their characters and I was like, Julie, I want you to join my group or whatever. Like join my community. And it was like,
they're taking their lady away.
Yeah, they were like, are you sure you want to take Julie with you? Because if you do, the followers are going to be disbanded. Like, this group will be disbanded or whatever. And I was like, yeah, fuck the group. I don't need them. So I just took her. And
we're all banging Julie. We're all banging Julie. Why do you want to take Julie
Yeah,
away
they
from
got
us?
pissed probably and then left. But so they disbanded. But I had another mission where, like, these guys... Like, these army guys were hoarding all the guns, like, in a gun store. They were, like, just taking all the guns from the map. And one of the missions was, like, take this character and drive over there and talk to them and ask them why are they hoarding all the guns. So I took the guy that I was supposed to do the mission with, and I took Julie with me, and we went over there, and I had, like, a gun on. I had, like, a .45 pistol on me with a suppressor on it. And I went over there. And I talked to him and ask him, try to negotiate with him and tell him to like stop looting all the guns in the map because we need guns. So I said, hey, dude, why are you taking all the guns? And he just laughed. He was like, ha, 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 ha. And I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to respond to that? And then like he just laughed at me and the dialogue ended. So then like the next time I clicked on him, and then the mission said like, you can either take care of the problem now or head back home and go back home to base. And I was like, fuck this guy and his fucking homies. And like, there was 3 of them in there, right? And like I started looking at their stats and they were all like army men because like I said, like shooting all the way maxed out, like fitness all the way maxed out, wits like almost halfway, like all like they had a bunch of shit that was maxed out, like badass guns.
Repressed homosexual rage all the way maxed.
Everything was maxed out and like I was like, oh fuck! I was like, if I'm gonna start fighting these guys, I was like, can I risk losing this character? He's my best shooter. Like he has like the highest marksman or whatever. Like on the shooting, he has like all that maxed out. And I was like, fuck, can I lose him? And I was like, fuck it. I pulled out my pistol and I went up to them and I was like, hostile. And they're, oh, we're gonna teach you a lesson. And fucking Julie goes up to the dude, hits him in the head with the crowbar. I'm like, dude, you have a fucking gun on you. What are you doing right now, Julie? You have a fucking gun. Pull out your fucking gun. What the fuck's going on? So, like, I headshot 2 of them. I kill them right away because the headshots are like one-shot kill. So I killed 2 of them right away. And then the last dude, he takes off running. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. So I chase him down. And, like, the dialogue is, like, you can either tell him to drop everything he has and you can let him live. Or, like, or I'm going to kill you and then take whatever you have on you. And I was like, drop everything you have and I'll let you live. And like he did. He dropped like a fucking badass, like 3 or 4 guns, a bunch of bandages, a bunch of ammo. And then like all the other dudes, all the stuff they had on them, I just stole all their guns. So like I was like, wow. Okay. But headshots are the way to go when you're fighting like humans. Because one shot kills with the headshots. Like even if you have a pistol, you can one shot kill them.
I was running these people over with my truck, just boom, boom, and they'd pop back out, run them over, and they'd pop up.
That's so
run
weird.
Right back into the store.
Invincible.
But yeah, now I have grenades now. I have like remote explosives that I found. I found a thing that's like, if I capture this area or this outpost, I can call in mortar strikes or some shit, like or call in an airstrike. Wow. I was like, I should probably capture that outpost at some point because I should call in airstrikes. That'd be pretty cool.
Get rid of those fucking hordes for sure.
Yeah, get rid of the fucking juggernauts. Those things are like insane, dude. They're so overpowered. And And I get it, like, you want to make a zombie that's like a tank, and it's scary. But, dude, like, if I run you over 4 times, like, you should at least be on the ground on your knees crawling towards me, because
don't make them invincible.
Yeah. Does, like, fire or anything hurt him? Like, is there, like, a Molotov on him?
All that does work against them, yeah, like fire, grenades. It does kill them.
They're just
injure
OP.
Them, but they're super overpowered. Like, if you shoot them a bunch of times, because I had one follow me back to my base, and he walked through the door. So like now I have like 8 people shooting at this guy and like hitting him with crowbars and shooting him, and he's like, and he's like fucking, he's on the staircase just like smashing around, and like all these people are like, oh fuck, there's a juggernaut in our base. So like we're all shooting at him, and then I fucking, we knocked him down like 4 times and he would not die. The only way you can kill him is if you finish him off when they're on the ground on their knees. That's the only way you kill him. Because if you do not finish him off, you don't hold like RT and press X and just finish him off, they just keep getting back up. And they'll just keep getting back up no matter how many times you shoot them. You can shoot them 100 fucking times and they'll keep getting back up. So like you got to finish him off. And yeah, you get like 50 influence for killing a juggernaut, but still, I don't think it's worth it. Like the ammo you use on those things and the crowbars you use.
It's a lot of resources.
The
you get 1,000
take.
influence.
Yeah, and just the damage you take, man. Like, it's like, fuck, dude. You take so much damage. Like, by the time we were done killing that juggernaut inside our base, half of my people were injured. They were like completely useless to me because I was like, I can't take you guys out to loot because all you guys are like halfway dead. I have to let you guys rest, and it was kind of shitty, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I can see why they made him made the juggernaut to where like he'll go down on his knees. Like, I guess it just gives you time to get away, but it's like, I need to be in this area to get this thing.
He was inside my fucking base, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I need to kill that motherfucker, you know what I mean? I have to kill him. Like, there's no way I could let him live and just run away, because he's inside my base fighting all my people. And, but yeah, that happened. So the game is okay. Like I said, there's a lot of bugs, and the multiplayer seems to be the worst for the bugs. A tip of advice, if you do not want to play this with people, and you don't want to deal with the bugs, like I did, I just switched it off to offline mode. And in offline mode, you can actually pause the game. Like, you can press start and the game pauses. And you can walk away and do whatever the fuck you want to do.
I was trying to do that, and my game just kept going.
Yeah, so. If you're on online...
But I wasn't in offline mode.
If you're like with friends only or public or whatever, like, the game will just keep going even if you press start. So that's a tip if you want to play the game and kind of get a break in and like think about shit. Like, if you pull up to an area and you need time to think, like, okay, how am I going to approach this? And you want to pause it for a minute, you could do that when you're playing solo offline. But yeah, the game is tough, dude.
Wait, so you can actually push the start, or you can go into the menu and it'll be paused?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. You cannot pull up your map and it'll be paused. You can press start and it'll be paused.
Yeah, the one that brings up like the group and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, all that shit. But like, but yeah, I mean, and then I'm looking into the game and I'm trying to figure out what the specialization is, because when you look at the things you could build on your base, there's a lot of things on the bottom where it says like these are the leader like abilities. The leaders can build like a medical hospital or whatever. Like, one of them can build a medical hospital, one of them can build like police grade ammunition factory or whatever, and like all those you have to get your one of the characters to leader level. I haven't been able to do that yet. Like I said, my first game, the dude that died, he was going to be my leader and he got fucking murdered. So this game I gotta get it leveled up, gotta get my characters leveled up. I got a few heroes in my group already. But I need leaders, man. You need leaders.
Too bad you couldn't have unlocked the wingsuit. Gotten away from those.
There's no freaking wingsuits. What are you talking about? I wish there was like a helicopter. I so wish there was a helicopter in the game. Like,
yeah, that would be handy.
Even if it made a bunch of fucking noise. Like, if you can go to the military base and steal a helicopter or something, that would be so cool.
But you know what? It would have to guzzle gas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I have lots of fuel, dude. I have like 15.
It would have to guzzle
fuel.
Gas and make a lot of fucking noise. Like, every time you landed that thing, it would be like fucking zombies are just like.
Oh yeah.
5 juggernauts are coming your way. You know what I mean? The juggernaut jumped onto your helicopter. He's hanging on the side of it.
Hanging from the fucking thing as you're trying to take. You can't take off because the juggernaut's hanging on.
Some World War Z shit where they're hanging off the side of the helicopters.
Oh shit! They start building a wall or something. Yeah.
Oh man, but the game is cool. Like I said, it is fun to be able to get in there and like live in this post-apocalyptic world. But there's lots of bugs, and the game is simply not what I expected from the game. It is a 1.5. It is not a 2. It should not have been called State of Decay 2.
When I first started that up, I was like, oh man, this is like, you can play this on an Xbox 360, you know, this is very... I was expecting it to be more like HDR, more color, but no, it's not.
There's
not
that OG Xbox.
Disappointed.
There's that OG Xbox in there.
Oh, there is. That? Yeah, I seen it. Yeah, the OG Xbox. Yeah, I seen it in a few houses. And the last game, they had the Xbox One in the houses. You could see the Xbox One in certain houses when you looted the air. Like, you walked into a house, sometimes you would see, like, the OG, like, the original Xbox One.
Yes.
Is that a VCR? Or is that an Xbox One?
Yeah.
It's a console, a video game console.
But, yeah, there's that. And, like, they did get some, like, branding in the game, because like some of the backpacks are name brands. Like the backpacks they use for looting, if you like look at them, they're name brand backpacks. Like you'll see like a certain brand of hiking gear named and shit. So like they did get some of that in there, but like it's like, dude, like if you guys should have really done a lot more with this. They should have.
Yeah. It seems like for my guy, I have a bridge. I'm living on a 2-story bridge, like the train bridge.
Yeah.
And it has a sniper towers on either side, and it's all right. I like it. It's creepy out there because it's all windy and you hear all the zombies. There's tons of zombies coming from either side all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Overall, it's so glitchy. I play with people; they get stuck in the ground.
Yeah.
And they even have a stuck option.
Right, and I thought that really tells you something.
Fuck?
If that thing is so prevalent in the beginning, like get unstuck. And I was showing that to Jesus. It was kind of cool. Like I just teleported. Like it like spit me out the front door, which was kind of funny.
Yeah.
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 That's how you know a game's fucked up if they have a stuck option. Like, oh, if you get stuck on our environment because we're too lazy to do anything about it, here.
Press this button.
Do this. Yeah. $30. Here you go.
So they did change the ladder things with climb and step down from the ladder, which kind of like what they did with like same thing in Far Cry, where you just kind of walk up to it, it'll automatically put you up the ladder or bring you down, but you can literally fall off the edge without even blinking. It's
I've fallen off my whole bridge.
Oh, fuck that.
I was on top and I fell all the way down. I'm like, fuck, I guess I can't use this guy right now. I'm just recording him.
I would have been fine with an invisible wall.
You're like, ah!
Because if they added the unstuck option, why didn't they just put it in an invisible wall, right? Yeah. I would have been fine with that. Where I just can't, like, accidentally fall off a freaking tower or,
Yeah, there's plenty of times where I haven't fallen off a ladder yet, but like one time I was on a radio tower, like the cell phone towers, those things are really high, right? And like, my character would not grab onto the ladder when I was trying to get down. I was like, motherfucker, the ladder is right there. Grab onto the ladder. And like, he wouldn't. Yeah. He just wouldn't. It was like, he just look at it and walk back. It's like, grab the ladder. Like I was pissed off. I was yelling at him. I'm like, grab the fucking ladder. I'm getting all mad and shit.
What I'm talking about, Jesus. I'm like that the whole time I'm playing this fucking game. Like, the stupid people start saying, oh, I'm hungry.
I'm like that with the
goddamn
door.
Food or
I'm depressed.
Go to fucking sleep.
Yeah.
I'm like, close the door. Open the door. Close it. No, open it. No, don't close me inside. Yeah, I want to go outside.
Yeah.
The whole time,
Patrick, get out of the fucking way.
Patrick, move.
One thing I wish they had in this game that they had in the last one was, in the last
Voice
one...
commands?
No, in the last one they had this thing where if you found a rucksack and you already had one on your back. I know in this game they changed the mechanics as now you could put stuff in the trunk of the car. In the last game, I don't think you could do that.
You could.
I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe you could. But in this game, when you fill up in rucksacks and you fill up your partner or whatever that you have with you, you switch off and you fill them up with all the gear, and they have a rucksack too. But there's another one in the base. What I wish you could do is call like radio for one of your people in your base to go pick that up.
Oh yeah.
In the last game, you could do that.
Time option. Yeah.
In the last game, you could totally be like, "Hey, send fucking Jason to come pick this up," and then he would be like, "Oh, I'm on my way." And then like you could see them on the map. You could see like that's Jason's little dot. He's running to wherever the hell you called him to, and then they would run back.
Yeah. You can also
yeah, that was funny in the first one.
I'll switch followers. I'll switch followers and have them do it.
Yeah, see,
I have a guy
yeah, I do that, but like sometimes there's like 4 rucksacks that I find, and I'm like, oh fuck, point. You know, like in the last base. Also, one tip of advice: you know how like sometimes the characters will be like, "There's not enough storage. The food is going to go to waste." If you have a rucksack of food, and you know that's a fact that like your food will go to waste if you fill it up too much, instead of putting the rucksack into the storage, just drop it off like upstairs or something. Like drop it on the floor somewhere in your base. And then you can deposit it later whenever your food starts getting low, and then it lasts longer. See, I did that in my last base. I have 2 rucksacks in the kitchen because I left them there. And then the problem is I switched homes, so now I got to drive across the map to pick up those 2 rucksacks. Because I'm like, oh, fuck, I left 2 rucksacks full of food over there. Like, I should probably pick those things up, you know? And I also have, like, a truck over there that's like a plow. It has, like, a plow thing in the front. I have one of those trucks over there. But that truck needs fucking fuel, and I need to make fuel. There's so much shit in this game that's just stressful, man.
Just like in the first one, if you have some broken down vehicles near your base or at your base, that's where you can leave the rucksacks also.
Yeah.
But I guess what you're telling me is you could leave them at your base and just drop them on the ground. Okay.
Yeah, just drop them on the ground so they don't get used. Like, it's not like you ever lose them.
I would just be worried about, you know, finishing up my play session and then going back the next day and them not being there.
Yeah, it's true. But the game does save like every second. Every time you do something, it's saving.
Yeah, we got that cloud now.
Ooh.
It's good.
Azure, baby.
Power of the cloud. Well, but I'm so glad I got this on Game Pass. I'm glad I did not pay the $30 for it. And I kind of feel bad for the people that paid $50 because I'm like, you bought a fucking shit game.
A broken game.
It's just like the people who paid $60 for Sea of Thieves. Like, it's like you bought this, like, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, but speaking of Sea of Thieves, they got an update this week, guys. So yeah, big update, I guess. Oh, they're gonna.
Anybody play it?
Nope.
Not me.
The Megalodon shark's coming.
Yeah, it's
so
coming.
when the shark comes towards your boat, you have to drop anchor, or it's gonna throw you off or some shit.
Oh wow.
What?
Yeah. That's what I heard
cool.
about the Megalodon.
Brown shark came.
But State of Decay 2, that's my opinions on it. I mean, it's fun, but at the same time, it's so buggy. And if you're not used to that, from the first game, then you're not gonna like this at all. I could see why the Metacritic scores are pretty low. They're lower than Sea of Thieves, actually. That's how
really?
Bad it was received.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so disappointing that yet another Microsoft exclusive is just getting trashed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know.
In the shadow of God of War being an amazing game.
Well, dude, it's just like,
you know, like.
Yeah.
But okay, to their credit, this is a you know, not a AAA title, but maybe they, you know, I don't think they were trying to promote it as a AAA title.
No, at first they were. At first they totally were. Last year at E3 and shit, they were like, State of Decay 2, boom, boom, that fucking fireworks and shit.
Say that, Gunny.
They were totally promoting it as a AAA title. And then it wasn't until like, there was at some point, I think it was last year, at some point, they finally came out and like told like IGN or GameSpot or something like, oh, by the way, State of Decay 2 is only $30. Everybody was like, whoa, what? $30? Like, what the fuck, Microsoft?
And
everybody was like,
yeah, the budget shows.
We know why.
That's what it's.
I mean, apparently the game doesn't take long to finish either.
No, it doesn't.
It's like you could rip through it in like 5 hours if you really wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
I think you could do that in the first one. So they should have came out and just said, yeah, this is basically State of Decay 1.5, like Jesus said.
Yeah.
They needed a new game. That's the only reason why
I mean, they already put out the enhanced edition of the first one when it came out on Xbox One. So and like really, if I go back and play the year one, it's not much different than this.
No, it's not. The animations are the same. They have a little bit like newer kill moves when on the ground. They have
they have some new executions and stuff like that.
But that's it.
I saw a cool one with one of my characters where she grabbed the zombie with a hammer and pulled him down on the ground and then
squish his head.
Put the handle right through his neck and cut his head off with it. I was like, oh wow, that was nice.
One of the things I thought was cool was, and I think it's doing a Batman thing where it's you can kind of run up to a zombie and kick it by pressing A, and I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. Like at least you can
that helps
throw
when
it
you're
off
surrounded.
balance first.
Yeah.
But I think also I noticed that you could be fighting one zombie and one comes up behind you, and I think if you're pressing the action button, it'll literally turn around and kick them, which I thought, oh, this is cool. At least they're not going to grab me from behind him.
One thing that I will recommend is if you're playing the game and you do not want to break your weapons easily, dodge, press B to dodge, get behind the zombie and execute them, like with RT and X, because it works even if you're standing up. Just do it really quick, and you're going to be able to stab him in the head really fast, and your weapons last way longer.
You just have to be standing behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be standing behind.
And then that'll also increase your stealth, like your stealth meter or whatever, like that perk will increase if you have that. Because I have that now for one of my characters, the stealth, and she could run while she's crouched now. Like she could run almost silently.
I think the three of us, Jesus and Chris, if you wanted to, maybe we should start an HGP community.
We should.
We only play that community when we're all together.
Ooh, we should do it. I would totally be down. I think, and I think the way the co-op is set up, I think it's pretty cool too. Where like you go into a building, like okay, you can only loot those boxes. I can only loot these boxes. We're not competing for the same shit. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. In different colors for different players. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty interesting. But like I said, the game needs more cars. There's not enough cars in that game. Cars are like, they really didn't fuck around with that this time around.
You just need to learn how to fix your cars up, man.
Oh, I know. I got the tool. I like right now. I upgraded my workshop to level 2 or level 3, where like you can build the repair kits.
Yeah.
And I wanted to build a car shop because one of my characters just got the perk where he knows how to build the car shop. So I unlocked that, but I don't have enough large slots. That's another problem in the game. I can't find a base that has like enough slots for me to want to build everything I want to build. You know, like the base that I found now is bigger than the first home base. It has like 5 or 6 slots, but like three of them are indoor. 4 of them or 6 of them are outdoor or some shit like that, but 3 of them outdoor are small, 1 is medium, and 1 is large. So, like, I can only build the car shop on the large one, but on the large fucking panel or whatever in my base, I have the solar array there. So it's like, do I get rid of my power and then make everybody's morale go down because they don't have enough, there's no electricity? You know, they all get depressed or some shit. So I don't know what to do. So hard. Decisions.
Choices.
Maybe I'll just switch maps. Come back.
Maybe.
And die.
Maybe.
Lose all my characters when I switch.
Chris, have you been playing anything other than State of Decay?
Not really. I've been playing because I've been in the same thing, a lull.
Mm-hmm.
I played that Night Shift game on
How
Game
is that?
Pass. It's okay. It's one of
That's that movie game, right?
Yeah.
What ending did you get?
I got shot and killed.
I got the ending where, like, I show up to the hotel room and the Asian guy, the mafia, killed the girl, the girl that was helping me or whatever, one of the girls.
Oh, wow.
And then the SWAT team got tipped off because I remember I held the gun to that one old guy at his house. I held him up or whatever, or I shot at him or something. Mm-hmm. So, like, at the end of the movie, like, what happened to the guy when I was watching it, the decisions that I made, what happened in the end was the girl got killed by the mafia. The mafia took off. They left me in the room with the girl, but the SWAT team showed up and they arrested me for the murder of the girl because they thought I killed her.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so like you see the SWAT team kicking the doors and like, get down. And the kid is like, oh shit, like, I didn't do anything. And they're like, get the fuck on the ground, like punching him and shit. So like, I was like, oh fuck.
I ended up killing that old British dude.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because I opened the safe instead of letting him open it so he could pull the gun on me that was in the safe.
Yeah.
So I pulled it, shot him in the side, ran away. I'm like, oh shit, now I'm wanted for murder.
Yeah.
And then the Chinese dudes cornered me in the kitchen.
Oh, fuck.
And I started to open fire, and they all shot me.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty interesting the way they did that. It was like a choose your own adventure movie.
Yeah, what was funny is I met the creators of that game like 2 years prior when we got press passes to WonderCon in San Francisco. And I met them at a screening at Dolby Laboratories in San Francisco. I'm like, oh yeah, we got this game, mate. It's called Night Shift, and I got a sticker with the reverse. Or no, is it Night Shift? Late Shift.
Late Shift.
Yes.
Yeah, Late Shift.
And I got a sticker, and the way they got that game made is because they got funding from the government. They just asked the government. They're like, hey, we want to make a game, and they're like, sure, man. What do you want to do? I'm like, what? The government gave you money to make a game?
Yeah, there are programs. Like there's a few games that have come out that I've seen that have been like funded by the government of Canada. Like there's
not the United States.
No, the United States does it too. You remember?
You guys will have it too. But
no, you remember Kingdoms of Amalur?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they get
that game was funded by the government of Rhode Island, and the creator of that game, who was it? Tim Schafer or something. He owes the government like $50 million or some shit. They let him borrow.
Well, that's why they're never going to do it again.
They ended up owning the game and auctioning it off.
Yeah, the IP. Yeah,
to make the money back. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because it was bad. Yeah, he somehow convinced them to let him borrow like $50 million or some shit, and they were like, "Oh, okay, you're a famous baseball star. We're gonna let you borrow $50 million." The game failed.
That was what it was. Yeah. What's his name again? The baseball star guy.
Yeah, the baseball guy. What the fuck?
Hey, I know baseball.
Yeah.
He made Kingdoms of Amalur. Yeah.
He was.
Whoa.
He was like, it was a big deal.
Baseball and started making a game.
That was his dream or some shit.
Was that Rhode Island? I think
it was Rhode Island.
Yeah.
He went. Yeah.
That's where the studio was, and then like the game released, and it just failed. Like it just didn't sell well, and from all accounts, the game was fun.
And it was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, everybody says the game was good, really but it just didn't sell well.
It was a lot like Fable.
Yeah, when you have like big games like Morrowind and all those other games out there like that, it's hard to compete, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Late Shift, which that's all right. I was playing with Gunny Chief a little while ago. We were doing that multiplayer on Ghost Recon.
Yes, yeah, that was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's a lot of fun, man. The private match Ghost Recon, and I think that's it. With State of Decay, I just put at least 15 hours into it so far. I've only lost one girl, and she was like a punk.
Was she like a hero of your group, or was she just like a lame-o recruit?
No, I elected the black. I elected the black military dude as my.
That's the guy that died in my group.
He's like the main guy, right?
That's the main dude that died in my group. He was like a hero and everything.
Hell.
Like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, he's my leader, and then I have Carlos. He's like my no. Carlos is my leader. That's what it is.
Ooh.
Yeah, Carlos the Vato.
Ooh. And in my game, he's called like Gilbert or some shit. Or
I got.
But he's Carlos. He's real.
No, he speaks Spanish, but his name is not anything like Hispanic at all. It's like Gilbert or some dumb shit like that.
Oh, you're not talking about Isra or whatever?
No, that's a different person.
That was the neighbor, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, him and the girl. I just sent the girl out to kill a plague heart by herself, and she died. Ooh. So then everyone got really depressed. But then I brought in Patrick, so now everyone likes Patrick. Everyone's happy.
Patrick is a cool guy.
Everyone except for everyone that's playing. Everyone that's playing actually fucking hates Patrick.
But I ended up building. I had that house base, and then I ended up moving to that train trestle. So I'm living on a train bridge, a 2-story train bridge with sniper towers. I was saying before on either side. It's fun, man. It's a fun game. It's a slow crawl, but yeah, the night is way too dark.
Oh, geez,
way too dark.
Oh my god! If you don't have headlights on your car,
max setting, for if you have a 4K TV, and it's like okay, like I keep pushing it up, and it's like still too dark.
Yeah. Fuck up all the settings on your TV just to play this shitty game.
Yeah.
Like brightness is all the way up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like no.
Play anything else, Jesus?
One last game that I played this week. I played some PUBG. The Miramar map is out now on Xbox. If you have that, Miramar is officially out now. Came out on Thursday. So check that out, guys. The problem is, Miramar, when I was playing it on the test server, ran smooth. It looked good. It ran perfect. Playing it now, it runs like shit. I'm like, what the fuck did you guys do? I'm like, what the fuck happened, PUBG? What the fuck did you guys possibly do to this that just makes it run like shit again? What the fuck? I do not get it, guys. I do not. It's like those motherfuckers, like, they're like, oh, fuck it, release the map. Oh, fuck it. There's bugs.
Said we release it on this day. It's coming.
There's bugs.
Broken or not.
Fuck the bugs. We don't care about the bugs. I landed on the rooftop of a church, right? Because I see like a bunch of people. And I just wanted, this was like my first time playing it on the official release or whatever on the Xbox. I'm like, I'm going to get in there and I'm just going to kill things in this big city. I landed on the rooftop, and I'm playing on an Xbox One X, by the way. The rooftop didn't load in. So my guy's like flailing, and he's like, oh, he's falling. I was like, what, dude, why are you falling? Your parachute is gone. What the fuck are you doing? The fucking I could see through the ceiling into the church. I see like a guy in there running around looting stuff. The fucking walls load in. I'm stuck in the walls of the church. I was like, really, PUBG? Really? Like, this is the first game that I'm playing on your official release of this shit, and this is what happens? I was so disappointed, man. I was so disappointed, actually, that I turned it off. So fuck.
Did you delete it? Did you uninstall?
I have not uninstalled. I have not uninstalled. I haven't gone that far. It's not Destiny type of disappointment yet, but I mean, I was pretty pissed off. and I get that there's so many people that defend this game. Like, the bugs are bugs, man. It's okay. It's a great game. I'm like, no, dude. Like,
just restart. You know, you got 20 kills, but you still need to restart.
The bugs are fucking bad. Like, so bad. Like, what the fuck, PUBG? You need to get your shit together. I think it's never going to be finished on the Xbox.
But Jesus, it's still in early access.
I don't give a fuck. I just think it's never going to be finished at this point. Like, it'll never be finished. Call of Duty's Blackout will be out and running perfectly smooth before PUBG is even close to being finished on the Xbox One.
All right, I have the name for this show. There will be bugs.
How about Bug G?
Bug G.
Yay!
Bug G, that's what it should be called. But dude, yeah, so I played that, but then today in the morning, I went to my super handy dandy PlayStation, and I launched H1Z1. And I was excited to play this last week. I downloaded it on Tuesday, and I just never got around to it till this morning. And H1Z1 is really good. Like, it's good.
They know what they're doing with this game. It's been out for years now.
The map seems bigger than PUBG for some reason. It's way bigger than Fortnite. It seems bigger than PUBG. But what I like about the map in H1Z1 is like your mini map will show you if there's a car parked there. Like it'll say like there's a car logo over here on the road.
Yes.
You go there and you find a fucking car there. Like you'll be running and like you'll see like a cross, like a medical cross, or you'll see like a research thing. And like you know that those are buildings that have like maybe medical supplies, or like they'll have like weapons or whatever in them. And like the first building I ran into today playing it was like this big, huge hospital. It was a huge hospital. It was like 6 stories. And it was just running smooth. I was like, holy shit.
Can't you have like 15 grenades or something crazy like that?
Holy shit. It ran so good on the PlayStation. I was like, this is pretty awesome. I'm glad Sony got this for them because it runs good. It's just like, it's not a completely polished game. There's like, you could tell that you need some like enhancing or whatever for the graphics, but everything works. The loot is all there. Like the first hospital I ran in there and I could hear footsteps, and I'm like, oh, there's a guy on the second floor. So I ran to the staircase. I ran to the second floor, and I'm running across, and I see another staircase. So I ran to it, and someone shot at me from the back, and I have a shotgun. So I turn around and I'm waiting for them to come to the door. And I'm kind of like peeking around the corner because it's third person. So I'm kind of like cheating and peeking around the corner. And I see the dude take off running down the hallway. And I'm like, oh, that little motherfucker. He's going to come up the staircase on the other side of the building. So I ran up to the next floor. And I hid behind this wall. And I see the dude running. And he knows where I'm at. And he's running at me because he's shooting at me with like an AK or something, like a machine gun. He's shooting at me. I pop out of the corner with the shotgun and boom, blew his ass away, 1-shot kill. I was like, this is fucking awesome. So like, and then like you loot their bodies, like it shoots out all the loot, like in Fortnite, where like, you know, like their loot just pops out of the bag or whatever. Like it shows like they have this gun, boom, 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 boom. You pick it up, and originally you have 2 slots to carry weapons, but if you find a backpack, you can unlock a 3rd slot, and if you find a bigger backpack, you can unlock a 4th slot. So you can have 4 of the same guns. You can have 4 shotguns. You can have a pistol, a shotgun, a machine gun, another type of gun. And it's fun. I was like, this is cool. And then I got into it and I played, what's that? The 5-team mode or whatever? Like 5-player squads. And PlayStation sucks. I was in there with my mic. I'm like, hey guys. And nobody talking. Fucking 2 teammates land with me. The other 2 are like across the map somewhere, dead. Like the first 2 seconds. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, guys, does anybody have a mic? Nothing. Anybody have a mic? Nothing. I'm like, fuck this. Shit's lame. I think H1Z1 would be a game that I play solo for the most part. But it's really cool because like there's points in the game where like a plane, I don't know if there's a plane. I don't even think there's a plane, but something overhead drops a bunch of crates. And they don't just drop one. They'll drop like 7 military crates. And it'll like show on your minimap and it'll say, there's military crates over here. And like I was going over there, dude, and there was like you just see Jeeps and fucking like people on ATVs and Jeeps and like other police cars with their lights on. They're all headed to the same area, and like everybody just started shooting each other. It was fucking epic. I got like 5 kills, and then finally some dude killed me. I got top 10 though, but some dude finally killed me. But I did get 5 kills that game. I felt good. I was like, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And that game is fully optimized on PC, and it has been for a couple of years.
It's fun.
Now, I'm curious if they're going to get this up to 60 frames per second. I don't know what it's running now on PlayStation.
I don't know either. It didn't seem bad at all, though. Like, there's no, none of the PUBG bugs are there. Like, the map loads in. When you start the match, you don't jump out of an airplane. You kind of just, like, spawn randomly on the map, and you're just parachuting in a random spot. And they got the same shit like PUBG does, the circle. But instead of being a blue circle force field thing, it's like a gas. It's like avoid the gas, and you gotta like run into the circle. And it'll tell you like there's a minute. Like it seems faster paced than PUBG because they give you less time in between the circle closing in. Cause I think because the map is so big, they want you to like force you to keep moving closer and closer and closer. And so like they give you like a minute or 2. Every time the circle closes in.
That's like the blue line, right?
Yeah. And it'll tell you PUBG. Like the map is closing in 30 seconds, like a big red light dialogue thing will pop up. And then it'll say like, you are out of the circle. Please head into the circle to be safe. And I'm like, okay. So like I remember I was freaking out when I was in that hospital in my first match because I was on the fucking roof of that thing. And it's like, you're out of the circle. I was barely out of the circle. And I was like, can I jump off the building? And I was like, probably not. This thing is pretty high. So I'm running to the hospital trying to find the staircase, and I'm running down the staircase. I go all the way to the bottom, and I realize it's the basement. And I was like, oh, fuck. So I run back upstairs. I finally make it to the first floor, and I made it to the circle. It was pretty cool. I really like the game. I really do, guys. I think if H1Z1 was to release on the Xbox in the condition that it's running at on the PlayStation,
it would kill PUBG, huh?
It would. PUBG would be done. Fortnite has put a dent in PUBG. I think H1Z1 would just finish it off. It would be like the killing blow for PUBG on consoles. It would.
Finish him.
Yeah, like H1Z1 will come in, finish him, get over here.
I think they're working on a first-person mode for H1Z1.
It's fun, dude. And they have like this thing in there called like test range. You could just get in there and like literally kill people left and right. Like everybody can just kill each other. Like you can like get into a car and fucking run people over, learn how to drive the car. You can learn how to snipe. You can learn how to use the scopes. Everything's there. It's fucking
That's cool.
It's really cool. The only thing that I did not like is that I had this badass because they have like a tiered system like Fortnite where like there's green guns, there's common guns, and there's like epic loot, like legendary purple guns. And I think those are just like military grade weapons is what they're called. So I picked one up in a crate that had a scope on it. What I didn't like is that I couldn't switch it to single fire. Because there was this dude like across the map from me shooting at me because he saw me on the crate. So I'm hiding behind my Jeep and I'm shooting back at him. And like, it's just going, like I kept shooting. I have to like burst fire because if I just held the trigger, like the fucking gun would just shoot up in the sky, you know? Like, I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm trying to get a headshot here. But the scopes worked just fine. Like I got like hit markers on him and he was like, his little head was sticking out behind a rock. So I was like, fuck yeah, like the shooting feels good. I'm really impressed. I'm happy for Sony that they got this. Like, this is cool. It's fucking awesome. H1Z1, guys, runs better than PUBG.
It's a good game.
And I know all the people that are listening to the show that play on PC, they're like, oh, PUBG is so much better than H1Z1. H1Z1 is dead. Like, yeah, it might be the case on PC, but for people on consoles, if this was to come out on the Xbox, I honestly think it would destroy PUBG. People would end up playing this more than PUBG because it just runs good. It works.
Yeah.
People want something that works. And you know what? I think it'd be a good move by H1Z1 team to try to release it on the Xbox. Even if it's on the preview program, just release it and have it for free.
No, I would just say I would put it out as a full release.
Just do it. Yeah,
not now.
Just make it a free to play game on the Xbox One and release it. And
why would it not be a full release? It's a full release on PlayStation, so why would they not? Why would they put it in early access?
Because I feel like I feel like the game needs to be enhanced, and on PlayStation it is called a beta. So I think that's why.
Oh, it is a beta?
Yeah, it's called like H1Z1 beta, and the reason they do it that way is because they know it's not done, but PlayStation doesn't have preview programs, so the way to get around that is calling it a beta. But if they were like, say, hey, it's coming to Xbox on game preview, and it's $20, it's free. Fuck it, it's free. Fuck it, guys. We don't give a shit. It's free. We got loot crates. That would work. I think they would have something good there.
Crates, motherfucker.
And like their looting is really cool because you rank up as you're playing the game. You actually have ranks, and the ranks give you like certain loot crate drops. Like you get like a certain crate that you can unlock new gear that you can wear when you go into the game. And you can actually customize the way your gear looks. So like you can make like the helmets that you pick up, you can make them look purple instead of red, or you can make them look black, and you can make them have like a skull on it. You can make your backpacks look a certain way. You can, like your ghillie suit, when you pick that up in the game, you can change the color of it. You can make it be a green one or a brown one or whatever. Like you can change things you can change your skin, like your skins for your weapons that you pick up in the game. You can change the skins. You can buy like the skin you want for the gun, the way it looks when you pick it up in the game. That's really cool. The customization is pretty deep, way deeper than PUBG. PUBG is just like PUBG.
Yeah.
That's it for me, guys. That's all I played this week. I know we've been talking a lot, but H1Z1 is good. Try it if you have a PlayStation. That's what I have to say.
Cool. Well, I've been playing. I got a couple more games that I've been playing. I played a little game that came out this week called Disco Dodgeball. So I was actually surprised. I didn't know about this. It's actually a game done by Zen Studios. And you're basically these little claptrap robots, and you get dropped into a battle arena, and you have to like pick up a ball and throw it at one of the other guys, and you're like basically running around this fucking arena trying to peg off as many robots as you can.
Is it 100 claptraps?
No.
Oh, not good. Hashtag not worth it. Hashtag not worth it.
I think it's teams of 4. I didn't play online. I only played some of the single player stuff because there's a single player and then there's the online multiplayer. And I was just trying to get through the arcade single player stuff. So it was just like, it starts off in Arena 1. And the thing is the arenas are procedurally generated, I think. Because they're always different. Like it's always changing. There's always a new arena, different ramps, and like there'll be jumps on some of them, and it's actually really fun. Like I was surprised. I was like, this is probably gonna be stupid. I'm probably gonna regret buying it, but I think it was like $10 or something like that. I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna try it, and I had a blast just playing single player stuff.
Do they have the light up on the floor? Is there disco type music?
No, there isn't disco type music, but there's like lights flashing all over the place, and the balls that you pick up are like they look like disco balls.
Oh, okay.
So that's what you're throwing as dodgeballs. I think that this would be a blast if we could get like 2 groups of 4 together to just play some fucking disco dodgeball. that would be a lot of fun. I think the party would be fucking hilarious.
Can I put a big wig on my claptrap?
You can. There's all sorts of cosmetic upgrades and stuff like that you can unlock by playing the game.
Cool, man. I want to have some gold chains too.
Didn't seem to be any microtransactions that I could see. I don't know that for sure, but it seemed like it was everything you could gain by playing the game. So,
unlocking it. Yeah.
Yeah. You get experience points every time you play and stuff like that. So that goes to your profiles experience. And then I think as you level up, you unlock different cosmetics that you can put on your robot to make them different. And I made my robot have all like cross eyes and like there's customization in there you can mess around with. So yeah, I don't know, Disco Dodgeball for like $10. It was fun. I enjoyed it. And the other game I played was because someone posted on the group, and I can't remember who it was, about the Buster Brothers game, Peg Adventures.
Pang.
The Pang Adventures. So I remember that in the arcade from when I was a kid. In North America, it was called Buster Bros. And in Japan, it was called Pang. So
yeah, I saw that screenshot.
It's that game where there's like the little balloons and they kind of bounce around, and you have your like grapple hook that you got to throw up and hit the balloons. So you're like running around on the bottom of the screen, throwing up, busting the balloons, and every time they bust, they get smaller and multiply, and you know you got to keep breaking them until you break them all, and then you move on to the next level. And it's like a little puzzle sort of game that you can play. I enjoyed it. I remember playing a lot of it when I was a kid in the arcade.
I don't remember that game in the arcade.
No? Oh yeah, it was big.
I'm sure if I actually watched gameplay, I'd remember seeing it.
Yeah. Definitely. But yeah, that's it. That's all I played this week, guys.
Awesome. Anything else, Gunny?
The only thing I wanted to mention, it was actually last week or the week before, but it's something I got off the Amazon Prime membership. Ooh. And it was a game called High Hell. It's it reminds me of, what is it? Like, the actual gameplay reminds me of that game Super Hot, but you're not, like, slowing down time or anything like that. It's like that same, like, indie graphical, the enemies are, like, faceless, but they didn't have, like, this is on, like, basically, like, you're playing on that Amazon
I'm tired of
launcher.
I'm tired of indie games.
Yeah. But you can't play with a controller, so I was trying to do mouse and keyboard, but just start off with like a assault rifle shotgun.
You PC Master Racers talk about graphics and shit all the fucking time, but the main reason indie games are such a big thing is because of the PC Master Racers.
Hell yes.
Yeah. And they're the ones that talk about graphics and 4K and all these Ps and look at these frames, and then they're the ones that are keeping indie games alive.
I was playing at 90 frames per second.
True.
That's the truth.
I mean, I just talked about 2 indie games on Xbox.
But that's the reason Xbox has them, because the PC community is like,
last week I talked about like
indie games are the best. Indie games are the future. Like, fuck, dude. This is why companies don't fucking make different games nowadays, because all the indie companies are making them.
I play my indie games on the PC, and I play my AAA freaking titles on the console, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, me too.
That's how I roll.
I play on.
Yeah, I bought a $1,000 PC to play my indie games on.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I paid $1,200.
I get where you're coming from, Jesus, because I built this thing, and the only thing I really use it for is the podcast.
See what I mean?
So, like, I got this monster gaming PC just sitting here, and I just use it to podcast.
I use it to record.
I could have easily used my laptop.
I record my voice on it every week, guys. Woo! Look at that 1080 Ti. 1080 Ti graphics card.
Handy for editing and stuff because it's got a nicer processor and like when I'm trying to do some stuff, it's a little faster. So it does have its advantages, but I do play games, but I don't play like AAA stuff. Like I play stuff like Dead Cells and fucking
exactly. Yeah. That should have run on your phone.
PCs are the ultimate. Yeah, PCs are the ultimate testing ground for all these little shitty indie games. I'm like, oh, they sold 1 million on PC. Let's throw it over on Xbox.
Yeah.
What's that new big game on fucking Steam? That house builder game or whatever, the house flipper fucking bullshit. That's the big thing now on Twitch.
House flippers. Yeah.
All these fucking people on Twitch playing house flipper. They have like $1,000 gaming PCs. We're gonna play a house flipper today, guys. Oh, look at
that. She's got a $3,000 PC, right? She's over there like, yeah, that's right. And there was like bugs and crap all over the wall. I can literally see each pixel in the feces itself, you know?
Like, what the fuck?
Really? Oh my God. I can see flies forming.
Also, I'm going to say about your PC, sorry, Master Racers, I won't interrupt your talk anymore. Sorry.
Yeah.
Either way, Jesus, if you didn't have the big gaming PC, you wouldn't be able to see all the flies forming out of the feces.
But it's a fun game. It's again, it's free with my membership.
Fucking
I think it's just one of those like speed run type games where run down the stairs, open the door, shoot the agent, run over here, shoot another agent. But they're always in the same spot, so you get to
sounds like Super Hot. Gunny, what's a AAA game? It's pretty much
Super Hot, except there's no time slowing down.
Name a AAA game you've played on your PC.
You know what I own on there? Like Watch Dogs 2.
What have you played on it? Not that you own on it. What have you played on it?
Forza 7.
I played Watch Dogs 2. I didn't finish it, but I had played it on there.
Okay.
Forza 7.
Forza 7.
Yeah, there you go, right? I call that a Windows 10 game. That's what I call it.
It's still a PC game. It's still a PC game.
Yeah,
it's a triple A PC
I'll give you that one. That's a good
Forza
game.
7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm just trying to see
Forza Horizon 3.
You could justify your purchase here, Gunny. How are you going to explain this to the wife? You want a PS4 Pro, but you don't even use your PC that you paid $1,000 for. You know what I mean? Like,
Pinball Effects 3.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Fancy.
All right, I'm done, guys.
It's triple.
Guys, I think we should take a break and then get right back into it. We're going to talk about E3 right after this break. It should be a short break for us, but we'll come back after the break, after this short musical break, and we'll be back. We'll be back after this. Bye.
Vengeful Jedi here, Horrible Gamer and patron of the Horrible Gamers podcast. Want to give the gamers an XP boost? Want to see the show level up? Then support the Horrible Gamers on Patreon at patreon.com/Horrible Gamers. Don't be just another NPC, non-Patreon character. Become a patron. 2 gold, 5 gold, 10 gold, 20 gold. It all supports the party. So game on.
And we're back after that short musical break. Thank you guys for listening to that. And we just took a break. Well-deserved break because we needed it. But we're back and we're going to talk about some E3 predictions as we promised you last week before. We're finally going to do them. So, guys...
Jesus, I don't have any predictions. Let's just move on to the news.
You don't?
No.
I predict there will be an E3 this year in June.
Yeah. E3 predictions are over. Now for the news. Hey, beep, 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 beep. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow. Okay. Shit. Well, that just threw that. Okay. Well, fuck it. No, guys, I want to talk about real quick. Let's talk about Microsoft, the big one for us that we're excited to see June 10th or whatever the fuck, whatever. You know the days it's going to be on. What's one thing that we expect from Microsoft or that we want to see? I mean, the one thing that we
from them.
Well, if it's a prediction, you kind of expect it. You know what I mean?
Well, I expect that in everyone else's opinion, Microsoft is going to shit the bed again.
You think so?
We're going to hear nothing but Microsoft sucks. Sony was so much better. That's my prediction for E3.
2 hours long, they said this year. 2 hours long, man. So their conference is 2 hours long.
So I want to
And they better have some shit. That's all I gotta say.
I do want to throw something out there.
What is some shit? Define some shit real quick for us.
All right. Here's what I want to see. Here's what I think we're gonna see from Microsoft, in my personal opinion. I think we're gonna see something to do with Gears. What I don't know about Gears 5 yet.
I think maybe a Gears
some side story, like Judgment kind of. Gears Judgment, but that would. I don't think they would do that. It's gonna.
We need a.
But I mean, I could see something Gears related being announced. I think we're gonna get something Halo related as well. Maybe not Halo 6, but something like a side story, like an ODST or a Reach or something like that. That's my prediction for that. And what else do I think Microsoft is going to do? I mean, we're obviously going to hear about the new Forza Horizon.
What kind of car do you think they'll have this year on stage?
I don't think they're going to do the car thing.
You don't think they're going to do the car thing again? They've done it for the last 5 years. You think they're going to do
I know. I think they're finally going to realize that the car thing is stupid and not do it. That's what I think.
Then people are going to be like, we want to see the car. We want to see the car.
Us Forza fans want to see a car.
It's going to be like all E3 Microsoft. It's going to be hashtag.
Where's the car?
Where's the car? Dude, where's my car?
You know what? Fuck it. We're all like, this is 2018.
Oh man, I think we just came up with a new title for the show.
Look, this is what's going to happen, okay? And what I want to happen as a Forza fan, Microsoft is going to come drop down a Tesla Roadster. Bam.
They're going to drop a Tesla from the roof this time?
Yes.
Ooh.
And it's going to break on the way down. Stop right on a dime.
Oh.
Then it's going to take off, man. 0 to 60 in 1.2 seconds.
Take off in the middle of the stage.
Electric mode.
Ooh, yeah. Superpower mode. Yeah.
Self-driving.
It's going to drive itself onto the stage is what it's going to do.
That's it.
And then go into the audience.
Yeah. And then we'll hear every other story, right?
Yeah, we'll be able to stop. That's how we're going to get all the headlines for E3.
Yeah.
Microsoft.
10,000 people dead at Microsoft's press conference. Oh, Jesus.
After Tesla Roadster drives itself off stage.
And then catches on fire.
Tesla Roadster drives itself off stage. Fucking stadium.
Isn't it in their own theater?
Yeah,
dude?
it's their own stadium.
Microsoft Theater.
Yeah.
Microsoft kills 500 and burns down its own theater.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Downtown
Flames
LA.
Tesla.
Oh man. Well, one honest prediction for me that I think we will definitely see, and I think it's going to be received with mixed emotions, is Xbox Live will be overhauled. I think Xbox Live itself will actually be launching a new type of service for Xbox Live. I think they're going to bundle Game Pass and just all that together, like Game Pass. I don't know about EA.
Xbox Platinum.
I don't think they're gonna throw EA Access in with it too. But I think for sure Game Pass will be a thing that they'll be like, look, instead of paying us $60 a year, pay us $100, and you save it's $10 a month, right? So say you save a bunch of money or whatever by not paying for Game Pass separately. You just pay us $100 a year, and you get. Or $120 a year, because say you pay for 6 months of Game Pass and you get 6 months for free, and you save $60 if you pay $120 for this new Xbox Live service. I think they're gonna announce something like that. And I think people are gonna be like, "Well, why the fuck would I pay Microsoft $120?" It's like, well, you're paying $120 a year for Game Pass anyways if you're paying for it separately, and on top of you're paying for a full price Xbox Live year. That's another $60. So you're paying $180 a year for Xbox Live and Game Pass. Cut that down to $120 a year. You're saving $60. It's a pretty good deal, I think. I think they're going to do it. I think that's my big prediction from this. I think they're going to do it.
You know what? We've talked about this before on the show, having another tier of Xbox Live. And I've been saying it for a long time. About Xbox Live Platinum. Give us a give us a bundle together. Like, it's too bad like Groove is gone because they could have bundled that in with it too. And
Groove.
Like, here's
Yeah,
I mean, I used Groove,
wasn't it called Xbox Music for a while?
Yes, it was Xbox Music. It was Groove. It was fucking something else.
We're bringing back the Zune, guys.
A long ass time ago. Bring back the Zune.
We're bringing back the Zune.
Predictions.
We're bringing back the Zune. Oh, they could come out on stage with the Zune.
We put all our Kinect resources back to the Zune.
Phil Spencer comes out wearing some earbuds, and it's like, the Zune. He pulls it out of his pocket. We're back. But I think that's one thing that for sure.
And now you can play your Xbox One games on your Zune.
Boom. I think that's one thing that will happen for Microsoft. I think if I'm going to predict anything, I'll predict that. As far as new IPs, I don't think we're going to see any. I don't think.
Really?
I don't think this year. As much as I said it, as much as I've said it for the last 6 months or whatever, I've said that they should come out with the new IP this year on E3. I think they should, but I don't think they'll do it. I just don't think they'll have.
They shoot themselves in the fucking.
I don't think they have the balls.
Something.
I think they don't have the balls to do. They don't have the balls to be like Sony and be like, "Hey, we're going to show you this," and it comes out 4 years later. Like they don't have the guts to do that because they'll get panned for doing that. Even though Sony won't get panned, Microsoft will, because people are going to be like, well, at least Sony is releasing games now too. Microsoft is just announcing things that they're not going to release until the next Xbox. Like, people are going to be pissed. So I think they won't do it. I think what they're going to double down on is Game Pass. They're going to talk a lot about Game Pass for sure. And they're going to probably mention that some third-party developer is going to publish one game or something. Like, I'm predicting Ubisoft will publish either The Division 2 or like bring Ghost Recon to Game Pass or something like that. They're just going to do it. They're going to be like, look, Rainbow Six Siege on Game Pass today, or in July we're going to add Rainbow Six.
I can see that.
We're going to add. Yeah, and then it'll be like, yeah, everybody will be happy. But I already own Siege, so it's like, what the fuck do I care? Right?
Yeah, but say you get the newest version, so now it unlocks all the characters for you.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that'll be cool.
They have
Probably
a starter pack.
No, they won't. They'll make you buy the season pass. They'll give you the base one. They have a starter
pack on EA's service. What is that?
Ubisoft service, you mean?
EA Access?
Not on EA Access, but Ubisoft has their own, their launcher. So, yeah. So they have that, and they have a starter pack. I don't know if it's still on there or not. So I could definitely see that coming to Game Pass and saying, hey, here's whatever you get, your base operators.
Yeah, you get the base operators. You can pay for the Season 3 pass if you want it. It's $30. You pay for that.
Yeah, it'll have 1 million transactions, right?
You get a 10% discount or whatever the fuck if you want to buy the game or something stupid. But I think they're going to double down on Game Pass and be like all about Game Pass this year. I don't think we're going to see any new hardware at all. No new like headphones or anything stupid like that. But I definitely see a new Xbox Live. I see a new Xbox Live service. And I think that everybody's waiting, like, they're going to announce the Elite Controller 3. I think they're going to show that at E3, but it's going to be like a side thing, like something they show at, like on the floor, or like after the show, they're going to drop like a trailer for the Elite Controller or something stupid, but that'll be something not shown at the press conference itself. Like I said, I really think the press conference will be focused on the franchises and IPs Microsoft already has, such as Halo, Gears, Ori, and the Will of the Wisp. They're going to double down on all that shit. They're going to say, like, Ori will come out this fall or whatever. Like, in August, Ori is coming out on Game Pass. Everybody's going to go crazy. And they're going to be like, and we're going to add the old Ori.
Quiet down.
We're going to add the old Ori to the Game Pass again. So if you haven't played the last Ori game, we're going to add that so you can be caught up by the time the new one comes out. I think they're going to just do that. And like I said, a new Xbox Live service tier. If you want to get Game Pass, you can save a few bucks if you buy this version of Xbox Live. And,
I'm gonna disagree with you guys on that one. And I have been seeing this on Twitter,
really?
Where I think they're gonna overhaul the Xbox Live and somehow integrate it with this, and it's gonna be like a yearly thing. But I don't think so. I think nothing is gonna change. But obviously they're gonna be definitely promoting this Game Pass like to no end. Right? I think they want to keep those memberships separate. I really don't think they want to group anything together because I think they probably
they would lose money for sure, but
no, I think they would because if, households, families, moms, dads that are oblivious to how things work, they're going to be like, oh my God, $180 a year for this one thing or whatever, right? And not knowing there's separate services, right? So I think they are going to keep, they're just going to keep it works fine.
I think that's really what stopped them from doing this already but what I'm saying is a new tier, as in like Xbox Live Platinum. You don't have to pay this.
Yeah, you don't have to.
You can choose to.
Yeah.
You can still get Xbox Live Gold for $60 a year and then pay for Game Pass,
Separate.
like what I buy Game Pass when it's on sale for $1, I'll buy it and then I can use it on any of my Xboxes.
Yeah.
And then because I game share with Gunny and he has Game Pass, I already have Game Pass.
Yeah.
I just can only download them on the one Xbox. I can't download it on Windows 10 or on my Xbox in the back room, right? So when I want to play back here, if it's on sale for $1, I'll grab it for a month. That's what I do. And they've done that a lot. They've done it like 3 or 4 times this year, where it's been on sale for $1, right? So
I think
really
the way to go is
push
monthly, right? And obviously they're going to keep doing the monthly thing, but I still disagree with you. I still don't think they're going to be like, hey, here's a platinum service to just get everything all at once.
Yeah,
and have everything for this one low price.
I get where you're coming from, Gunny. Like I said, I see what you're saying, and that's kind of the reason why I think they haven't done that yet. But I don't know. I could see both sides of the coin, really. Like I could see them going for it. I could see them not. But
because see, they already. If you look at your, if you go on your Xbox, I think they have it really simple, right, on this new updated version of what we have right now on Xbox One, right? Managed memberships, boom, they're all 3 right there. Well, the ones that I have, right? EA, Xbox Live.
It'll be the same. It's just that now you're just paying one time a year for everything instead of paying monthly. For Game Pass.
It's like getting a deal for paying for both subscriptions at once.
Yeah.
So, we've talked about that forever, but if you guys think that's going to happen, then I don't think it's a big deal.
It's not. It's not really going to affect much to do that. And I don't think Microsoft really lose that much money either.
I think it'll hype up the crowd. It's a good thing to come out and just say in the beginning or something, like gets the hype going for the crowd. Yeah, and then like I said,
and then they need to release something so that all those people that subscribe to the Game Pass
say it's worth it.
You know what I mean? Go to their friends and say, "Hey, you can play this game if you have Game Pass." Or if you get Platinum, Xbox Live.
And just to add to that, I think, they're not even going to mention the $10 a month, right? They're just going to say, get Game Pass. Hey, you know what? And starting today, it's $1 or something, you know what I mean? Like some kind of special to really reel people into that, to pay
Platinum. Platinum will give you free avatar clothes.
Oh. Do you think they'll...
Helmet.
I wonder if they'll announce anything for... I wonder if they'll announce anything for the avatars. I think avatars are dead. I think I just think they're not going to do it. They're just not. Like everybody's talking about the avatars and how they should bring an avatar game like 1 versus 100. Maybe, but don't talk about it too much. Just mention it. Be like, "Oh, by the way, 1 versus 100 might come back this year." That's all we have on it. All right, let's move on now and talk about Halo or Gears. But like I said, as far as a new IP, I just don't think they're going to do it. I think that they don't know what to do yet. They don't know what to build yet. You know what I mean? Because
we need an RPG. I've been saying this for the last. But
that's Fable 4.
Months,
they could just talk about Fable 4 and be like, "Look, we're working on Fable. Yes, it's true. We're working on it. We can't
and that
show
leads to
you
my
much."
next point, Jesus. I predict that they will show some, very little of what they have with the new Fable 4, whatever their new Fable game that's coming out, whatever they're going to call it.
The Playground Studios game. Yeah.
I predict that we will see a little bit of gameplay.
No. Trailer. Yes. I say a trailer, at least. Not
okay, at least a trailer.
Not gameplay, a trailer. I could totally see that. But, I mean, that's
They need something like that, though, man. They need something like that.
They need the hype.
When did they announce that they were working on this?
They haven't really announced it.
Has it been a year? Has it even been a year?
They came out and said that Playground was working on a new Fable game.
So they announced, what, how long ago would you say? Maybe a year? So I think we will see at least a good trailer. They got to fill the 2 hours with something, man. So.
Hey, guys, sorry, I got to cut this short. I got to go. I have to pick up a cake for a birthday.
Sounds good, man.
Yay, happy birthday.
But thank you so much for having me on. But real quick E3 prediction. Orange Box 3. Orange Box 2. It's going to be Portal 3, Left 4 Dead 3, and Half-Life 3. That's going to... and Team Fortress 2, right? No, 3.
No, 3. No, because fucking they don't know how to make 3.
That's going to be the winner for Microsoft right there. And whatever, like I was saying before, whatever Microsoft does, they're going to be shit in the face. No one's going to care because they've already lost this generation. PlayStation has all the momentum from handing a game off to somebody else, I guess, in 2013. Got them all the momentum they needed.
Yeah, right. Here's the game. I hand it to you.
Yeah. I still think Microsoft won that conference. They were just too ahead of their time. They were way too ahead of their time. People are like, "What's digital downloads? I have a disc." In 2013, now everyone's on board and just moving on.
We're kind of seeing that with the Best Buy thing, right? I think so. It might be a factor in that whole, what we're seeing with these programs.
Yeah. And I think PlayStation's going to kill it again, no matter what they put out. They could put a black screen, and it would be the best press conference ever. It'd be like,
I hear you.
That's what it's going to be, guys. But thank you so much for having me on, guys. And great show.
Problem,
and I'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, all right, later, man.
Thanks, guys. Later.
Later.
All right, guys, I'm going to have to fix the show.
You're going to have to end the show.
No, fix it.
Oh,
it's
fix
going to be broken.
But other than that, I moving on to Sony's conference, they're going to show the 4 games they're going to show. I honestly, I wonder what the fuck else. They're gonna win
Fantasy.
E3. They're gonna win E3. I just know they are because they're gonna come out with some stupid trailer for like the Final Fantasy VII remake they're doing, or the Shenmue game or something. They're just like, look at this trailer.
Well, I
Boom.
think Shenmue 3 is got another delay, so that will probably. I guess they can show it at E3, but it's already delayed until further notice.
I wonder what Sony will do for their conference. I don't know, man. They got the momentum. Like everybody said, they're winning. What the fuck do they need to do? They don't need to do nothing.
Yeah. Well, Sony Santa Monica, they're okay. So God of War is out, and so what's the next thing? I think that's what we're going to see next.
Like a new trailer for something new, maybe.
Absolutely, a new IP, or
Personally, I'm excited to see The Last of Us 2. I think that's going to be really interesting to see what they have there.
More Uncharted, right?
I think Uncharted 2 is done. Uncharted is done.
Yeah, Uncharted's done for a little while, I think.
Yeah.
Uncharted
4, whatever.
No, that series is done for a bit. I think The Last of Us is the next big thing for them. The Last of Us. I wonder what... I just don't know what Sony could bring to the table that Microsoft... What we're expecting from Microsoft is so much... That I'm not expecting so much from Sony. That's the thing, right? Like, everybody's waiting to see what Microsoft does next, because that's the big thing. Do you think they'll announce a price cut for the Xbox One X at the A3 conference?
Maybe
no, not yet. Not yet.
You don't think so?
No.
I think the big thing for Sony will be they will announce a price cut for the Pro. I think that's one thing Sony will do. They'll be like, the Pro now starting at $349.99 instead of, pay $150 less than the Xbox One X for better games or whatever. They'll do something stupid like that, where they'll throw jabs at Microsoft's most powerful system in the world or whatever. They'll be like, but they don't have no games. Play the best games on the PS4 Pro. That's what they'll say.
You put it on the Facebook page, and that was that the president CEO guy said the PlayStation 4 is ending its console lifetime. So
yeah.
Okay, so Jesus, you asked the question. Will we see a teaser?
And they came out. They came out and said that the next PlayStation, it's going to come out in 2020. They said that's their goal. That's their goal at this moment.
Yeah, so what I've been saying to you guys, it's not, this doesn't mean anything, this tweet that came out. It's bullshit. Basically, they're saying we are slowing down production on PS4 because we have enough shit out in the marketplace that we don't need to worry about fucking spending money building more of them right now. We're ramping down production. That's all that means. That's all it means.
Yeah, but with some price
maybe
cuts,
the response, I guess the response could always be, we're always working on the next PlayStation, right? So that'll be that. Maybe they'll just leave it at that.
Because that's not true. When you release a console, you're not working on the next one right away.
Well, you kind of are.
You might be thinking about things, but you know what I mean? Like, you're focused on... Right now, their focus should be on PS4. Next year, I could see them coming out with something saying, hey, here's PS5. We're going to be releasing next year,
I think if we see new hardware from Sony, I think it'll be a PS4 Pro Slim. A smaller version of the PS4 Pro.
And don't they normally announce those at their own conference? PSX?
Maybe. They might just wait till PSX to announce anything like that. I think it would be a good move for them to release a PS4 Pro Slim this year. Because a lot of people...
Can they make it smaller, though? That's the thing.
Yeah, I think it's huge, though, dude. It gets big as fuck compared to my Xbox One. It is big. It's like, damn, I think
and
it's loud.
And it's funny how nobody fucking said anything about that when it came out.
Oh, yeah. But when the Xbox One came out...
Everybody complained about the Xbox One.
That thing was huge,
too hot.
Too, though.
Dude, it's so big. It's so fucking heavy. Anyways. What about Nintendo?
Nintendo... More Labo kits, guys. Woo!
Yeah, those were so successful, right?
Have some more cardboard, guys.
Make a cardboard robot.
I think Nintendo will have some Pokemon shit to announce at E3. I think they're going to just come out with some Pokemon games for the Switch. I think they might announce
That's all they need
a
to
new... maybe a new version of the 3DS, whatever the fuck version they'll come out with again. For the ninth time, a new 3DS will come out.
I was listening to another podcast and they were talking about, and I think this is something we were trying to predict before the Switch was even officially announced, and that is maybe a $200 version of the Switch, right? Without some of the accessories. What do you guys think about that?
No, I see maybe a price cut for the Switch.
With that lawsuit, and the fact that the new Switches or the old Switches are hackable, maybe they might release a new piece of hardware with similar. I don't know. Maybe they have one that the Joy-Cons don't disattach from. They don't come off.
They stay on it. Yeah,
it's just a portable version of the Switch.
No wall mount, no wall charger.
But you can still dock it and everything.
But no. You could still, if you get a dock, you can dock it and use it on your TV with a Pro controller.
Yeah, that's how I use my Switch.
I think they were talking about the no dock, right? That's what. Okay, that was the whatever show I was listening to this week.
Why not have it still, if it's a Nintendo product, why not have it still, like if you have a dock, it's still got the USB-C fucking charger on the bottom of it, you just drop it on your
you buy the console for $200 and buy the dock for $100. You're still getting $300 out of people.
You just can't use Joy-Cons because they don't come off.
Yeah.
But then and then maybe that's just a new line and they can still sell their Joy-Cons separately. You could buy two Joy-Cons with a fucking thing to slide them into and play with a controller if you want to, or you can buy a Pro controller.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean that's an interesting theory. I mean, I can see that. I don't know about it being completely possible, but
that would be a new console to announce. So.
Nah, it'd be like the Switch version 2.
Yeah, Switch Mini. Switch Classic.
Switch Portable.
Oh,
Switch
Portable.
Switch. Yeah. Switch Go.
Switch Go.
Maybe, and I would just say probably just a bunch of more
you like that one,
indie games, right? I mean, that's something they're going to continue down the line with.
Of course. Every indie game on Steam is coming to Nintendo Switch, guys. Woo! The crowd goes crazy. Big deal.
You wish you still had a Switch?
No,
Jesus.
no, I do not wish I still had a Switch. Don't fucking.
What are you gonna do about? So the other thing Nintendo is gonna obviously talk about is Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, that'll be a big one for.
That'll be a big
player base.
They're gonna show a lot of gameplay of it. They're probably gonna announce characters they have in it. It'll get the crowd crazy. They'll announce new characters or whatever. They'll probably
Are
have
amiibos dead, guys?
Splatoon kids in there and shit. That'd be cool.
What
What about amiibos? Are those dead? You think?
Yes, they're dead. Of course they're dead.
DOA.
I don't know, man. I think they're still pushing amiibos, but
I don't see them as much at GameStop.
I think Smash is going to be an amiibo
Game.
big thing. There's going to be a new Smash Brothers amiibo version of all the different characters.
Fuck.
I think that's going to happen for amiibos. What else for Nintendo?
I don't know, man.
Nintendo.
They might announce some kind of new iOS game. They always seem to do that now. Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what do
but
you
we're
think?
still waiting on
Zelda Run.
Yeah.
Zelda Run, yeah.
Zelda Break the Pots. I don't know.
No, man, it's like Zelda Run, and you have to hit the pots to get rupees out of them.
Ooh, there we go. New iOS game coming out. Big deal.
This is our E3 predictions.
Fortnite.
Game from
I think Fortnite
Zelda
will be
Run.
Fortnite will be announced for the Switch, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Fortnite will be a big thing.
Yeah.
It'll be like Fortnite. Mic drop.
Fortnite on the go.
Yeah.
Wait, you can do that already.
But now now with the real controller, that's what they'll say.
Unless you have
With the
Android,
Galaxy
'cause
SA
it's
way,
still
you can play
not
this
out
on
on
the
Android. Fortnite is still not out on Android. Can you believe that?
As far as like other companies,
Really?
like EA,
Wow.
Ubisoft, and them, of course, Ubisoft. I think they're gonna announce Splinter Cell. I think that's kind of already been kind of leaked from what I've seen. So that's probably a for sure thing. Probably
What else could there be from Ubisoft? Skull and Bones got delayed, so
Assassin's Creed.
I'm trying to keep up with all these
Assassin's
delays.
Creed, I hope they don't. I hope they put it off another year. Did with the last one and just take their time.
The Division
What's
2.
Assassin's-
The Division 2 will be a big thing. I'm excited.
Borderlands
for that.
got delayed, I saw. I don't know if that was recent.
Yeah, that's been next year for everybody's known this been for next year. So I think
they'll still talk about it, but I
Yeah.
don't think it's coming out this year.
I think they might show that either at Microsoft stage or at Sony stage. They'll come out and be like, Borderlands, we're here to talk about Borderlands. This is what you expect. And they're going to be showing gameplay or whatever.
I'm still on board with that, but
We're going to see a lot of Battlefield 5, I think. We're going to definitely see that at the Microsoft conference. And we're going to be seeing the enhancements or whatever they do for the Xbox One X. They're going to be like, this is playing on an Xbox One X. They're going to
and
show some crazy
starting
shit.
today, Battlefield 1 enhanced, Xbox One only.
It's already been kind of enhanced.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is. It's for 4K. I think it has HDR. Yeah, it has HDR. I mean, what else do they need? The fuck else do they need, Gunny? What more do you want from
I don't know. I
enhancements?
didn't hear about this being announced already. Remember we were complaining about that, but they never updated it.
Maybe,
so
I don't know.
it's fine.
Maybe
The
I'm
game looks
wrong.
beautiful.
I think I remember it does have HDR though.
Are you sure? I don't think it does.
There's no HDR
Let me look
or
it up.
I think
4K.
it's 4K, but it's not HDR or something like that. I think I remember.
Nope.
I'm not sure though.
It looks fine the way it is. So, but yeah, if they added 4K HDR, it would look even better.
Looking this up now, guys. Let's see here. Apparently, it runs at 60 frames a second on the Xbox One X. But there's a visual upgrade, and that's it.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it's 1080p.
Oh fuck!
Whatever.
Yes.
Still a fun game.
Yeah, it's 1080p on the Xbox One X, it's 900p on the S, and then 720 on the original Xbox One, I think.
Yep.
So I guess dynamic 900p.
I would have known I do a gaming podcast. We would have talked about it. But let's see.
I mean,
Activision.
Activision, we're going to see lots of Call of Duty. I think we're going to see the blackout mode, and I think they're finally going to come out and say, like, look, it's not 100 players, it's 50 players. We feel like 50 players is the optimal number for Battle Royale or something fucking stupid. They're not calling it Battle Royale. They're calling it Blackout, the Call of Duty way. That's what they'll say. 50 players is the Call of Duty way to do things. And
Either way, yeah. It'll be funny to see how Call of Duty players, I think just because it's Call of Duty, this is the best Battle Royale game ever.
Yes.
It blows everything out of the water.
It'll run good. It won't be no PUBG. Tell you that
Yes,
for
for
sure.
sure.
It won't be no buggy ass mess. It'll run good, I think, but I don't think they're gonna be able to have it.
Are you sure it
at
will
launch.
be running good? I don't know. It's
I
Call
think
of
it
Duty
would.
still.
Okay,
Call of
yeah,
Duty
not at
has-
launch, that's for sure.
Call of Duty has good.
Yeah.
month.
That's what I mean.
They have good. They know how to optimize their games for what they.
Yeah, but their servers always get fucking destroyed in the beginning.
Not really. Call of Duty's way better at it than Battlefield. That's for sure.
Not the
World War
last
II
few years
was-
because it's been tailing off. But
Yeah, I think they're going to talk about Destiny 2 expansions coming out. More expansions for Destiny 2.
There you go, Dave.
They're going to be talking about stuff like that. What else does Activision have that could be coming out here soon? I don't know. I think that's it, really.
Yeah, Harlan Meeks in the chat says Destiny 2 has a new emote that you can only get by paying $10 for it.
Figures they would. Yeah.
So yeah, Harlan bought it, I'm sure. I gotta have the sushi.
But I
maker.
think that's what we're going to see. EA, of course, is going to talk about EA games such as. I wonder if they're going to talk about Anthem at the Xbox conference. I think again, and I think
yeah.
I think they're going to show gameplay again, and I think it's going to be different from last year.
it better be.
It's
So
going to
we'll-
be way
yeah.
different. I think they're going to be like, we've revamped. We've seen the feedback. We've revamped everything. That's what they're going to say. They're going to look at this new gameplay trailer. It's going to be like Rainbow Six Siege. Remember when Rainbow Six Siege was called Patriots, and they showed that first trailer for Rainbow Six Patriots, and it was like fucking SWAT team kicking in a door and getting like some terrorists out of some like executive's office or some shit. Like they got completely rid of that thing. They're like, fuck, we can't do this today, guys. We can't do this in today's America. Let's get rid of this shit and make a whole new game. And they completely changed everything about it. And then they came out with Rainbow Six Siege. I thought the original trailer was pretty cool, though. That
was a good trailer.
Cool. But that's all I really expect from them. I mean, I think people are going into Microsoft's conference too overhyped. And I just don't think Microsoft is going to hype those people. It's going to do it for those people. They're just not fucking come out, and everybody's expecting like Phil Spencer and Major Nelson to be up there like dropping mics and shit. Fucking new IP and fucking fireworks going off and like fucking crazy shit. Like, no, dude, like it's the same shit we've seen the last 3 years. They're just like slowly trying to get their shit together for the next generation of consoles. They're trying to get the people back on their side. You know what I mean? And I think it's been working so far for them, and they got good systems in place. They got the Game Pass, they got all that going on for them, and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, and I think also one thing I didn't mention also is they announced DayZ, probably 2 or 3 years ago,
they did.
and a few other games. It was all kind of like gobbed together at the end of the E3 show a couple years ago, but it's been running on Xbox One. I mean, in the for private servers and all that crap. But I think I'm just going to go on a limb and say that this will be playable on the day of E3 on Xbox One in the preview program. Download it later today. I mean, it's not going to blow people's minds or anything, but I think it's going to be announced on that day.
DayZ on Game Pass. Go sign up
Wow,
now.
that would be something if they put that on Game Pass.
Go sign up now.
But I
for
don't
Game
think
Pass.
so. I don't think that Bohemian Interactive is going to be like, just give it away for free, guys.
Well,
It's not a microtransaction
That wouldn't
style
be
game.
for free. Microsoft would pay them for that.
Microsoft pays people
They would
money.
get money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that would be nice. That would be nice. But I think it's still going to be, you're going to pay the $40 or
Yeah,
30.
I
Maybe they can
just-
drop it down. I think it's a $40 game. I'm not 100% on that.
I think people are just
I
too
think it's always
overhyped
been 40 on Steam and Bohemian Interactive.
for Microsoft, and I just don't think that they're going to deliver for those people. But guys, let's move on to news. Speaking of E3, Devolver Digital, the indie game publisher, has announced that they're going to have a big fancy press conference. That's what they're calling it, the big fancy press conference. And it's going to be broadcasted live on Twitch Sunday, June 10th at 8 p.m. Pacific Time, 11 p.m. Eastern. And it will take place in the David Lang Memorial Convention Center. That's what they're calling it. And so they're pretty much saying that, quote, This year's big fancy press conference will feature real, actual game reveals and technological innovations from developer labs. The research and development arm of Devolver Digital, responsible for last year's earliest access program and making throwing money at the screen a valid form of payment. There will almost certainly be blood, possibly loss of life. Devolver said it expects this year's briefing to be a dumpster fire. and what they call, they're like, so like there's like, if you don't believe us, just watch last year's briefing and tell us what you think. And then they said the Devolver Digital Press Conference Universe, the DDPCCU, was what they're gonna be this part of. So I mean, Devolver Digital doesn't give a shit. They're calling their shit the Big Fancy Press Conference 2018, and yeah. So we'll see.
Sure.
So, last year they had the Big Fancy Press Conference as well. So who knows what they're going to show? I mean, big deal, I guess. And let's move on here to more news. Wow, there's going to be a Special Olympics game tournament for gamers. So this is the first time that they're going to have esports at the Special Olympics, which will take place July 2nd, 2018. In Seattle, Special Olympics USA Games. They're partnering up with Microsoft's Xbox division for the tournament, which teams will compete in rounds of Forza Motorsport 7.
Yeah.
And pretty much competitors have been chosen from qualifying events that took place at Microsoft stores last month, creating 8 unified teams that will consist of one athlete with one and
intellectual,
without an intellectual disability.
Oh, without.
Yeah. So like they're gonna have one that's with and one without an intellectual disability. So like I don't know. So yeah, they're a big deal for them. Special Olympics getting sports into their thing.
Yeah, and I think
cool
with their
it's cool.
And with that new controller,
it's good
that
promotion.
They have, this will be good PR for them.
Yes. In other news, the currency in World of Warcraft, the gold, is now worth around 7 times more than the Venezuelan current bolivar. That's their currency, the bolivar. Apparently, the currency is worth 7 times more than one of those. So, like 1 gold in World of Warcraft is worth 7 of those bolivars. Wow. Apparently, yeah, if you haven't been paying attention to Venezuela, their economy is shit right now. People are literally spending wheelbarrows full of money to buy a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
That's thanks to their socialism. In other news, Xbox 360 is getting an update after years and years of no updates. For some reason, if you turn on your Xbox 360, you're going to see there's a new version of the dashboard. So you're going to be able to download that. You go into your system settings, download the new version, and use it. Apparently, this is kind of weird because, Microsoft kind of stopped supporting the 360 a while back. They stopped making them. But apparently, they're not done releasing updates for the system itself. That's pretty cool, I guess.
I still have one hooked up. I just got to go turn it on and download my new update.
Yep. In other news, Ubisoft has now released, or they're going to announce, they announced their new Hours of Darkness DLC for Far Cry 5. It will launch on June 5th. So you're going to say goodbye to the lush mountains of Hope County and hello to the dark jungles of Vietnam in this new Hours of Darkness. Releasing for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC on June 5th, it will put you in the shoes of Hope County's Wendell Red Riddler on a mission to rescue his imprisoned squad mates and survive long enough to reach the extraction point. Included in the Season Pass and Gold Editions of Far Cry 5, Hours of Darkness can also be purchased as a standalone DLC for $11.99. This will introduce new vehicles, new weapons such as the SVD sniper rifle, the M60 machine gun, a Vietnam-era M16. So there's all those weapons that are going to be introduced to the game. And also a new mode called Survivor Mode, which will strips you down of your weaponry and ramps up the challenge to provide a more authentic experience. And Action Movie Mode, which gives you additional weapon slots and enhances the airstrike ability. Additionally, all players, even those who do not own the DLC, will have free access to the Vietnam-themed assets in Far Cry Arcade starting on May 24th. So if you go right now to the Far Cry Arcade, you'll probably see like maps people are making out of these assets. That's cool, I guess. I mean,
yeah,
I'm done with that game. I'm not going to buy their DLC, personally. I mean, I don't know.
I think I'm still going to buy the season pass.
You
to
are?
play these. Yes.
Wow. Ooh.
They never disappoint with that stuff. So, hey, it's all new missions. So,
whoa. Okay, guy.
even though I'm not into the arcade thing.
In other news, Apple has decided to block the Steam link on iOS. So if you have heard about this is the new way you can play games on your phone.
Yeah.
Like Android apparently got the release a couple weeks ago when they announced it. They were like, it's going to be out next week. So Android was approved right away. Got approved like the very day they announced it, and it was out, and people have been using it, and they say that it works pretty good. Like you pretty much, it's like a Steam link. You can stream your games from your PC to your phone and like connect the controller to your phone and use it. It works. Apparently, for iOS, Apple has had to block the feature. They do not allow the app on the store. And they say they don't want people streaming games to their iPhones. What could this mean for Xbox cloud streaming that they've been working on lately? Who knows? Maybe Microsoft can work out a deal with Apple and pay them a lot of money to let them stream games to their iPhones, but that's kind of shitty, right? Like,
yeah, I think maybe they just said, "Could you go back to the drawing board and look at it a different way?" Because I don't think they rejected
Sony. This is like Sony not wanting to do cross-platform play. It's the exact same shit. They don't want people to be able to play better games than they have in their store.
Got it.
So people will stop buying games from their store because they can play games. Just buy their Steam games.
This is pretty much the reason.
Yeah, but you'd have to already have a PC.
They don't want another marketplace available on their device. That's what it comes down to. Android's pretty open, so they're like, fucking, yeah, whatever, do it.
Yeah. We'll see. Come on, Apple. I need to play games on my iPad. I don't care anyway. You know what? If I'm on the PC, I'm right here, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess if I'm going to take my iPad in the living room.
But you could lay down in bed with your iPad and play.
Well, I drop it a 5-pound brown, sure. You know, I can be playing some City Skylines, you know?
Yeah, so apparently it was May 7th that Apple approved the Steam Link app for release, and the next morning they revoked it. They're like, fuck you, you're not getting this on this. So, I mean, this kind of leaves them in a strange place because there's other developers of apps like Moonlight and Remoter, which are available as alternatives, and they're actually working to bring Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch streaming availability to the iPhone. So I wonder what they're going to do with those apps. Are they going to block those too? Who knows? Everybody's wondering what Apple's going to do next. Nobody really knows, right? I guess. In other news...
I did get it.
Well, what happened?
No, I was just saying I think they'll get... It will be on there eventually.
I don't think so.
Prediction.
Apple doesn't give a shit. They're like, we make too much money on these apps. We can't let people start buying apps. In other news, the PlayStation Vita is not done just yet. Pretty much, John Codera, the CEO of PlayStation, said that Sony is still experimenting with portable and mobile gaming and that it still has a place in the company's future. In my opinion, he said, quote, in my opinion, rather than separating portable gaming from consoles, it's necessary to continue thinking of portable gaming as another method to deliver more gaming experiences and exploring what our customers want from portable. Codera said before adding, we want to think about many options. And of course, they announced that in Japan, the disc will continue to be pressed, so you're going to still be able to like buy your disc for the PS Vita in Japan. Yeah.
The PS Vita is dead.
No, not yet.
Not in Japan. Gunny.
Well, in America, it is.
In other news, John Codera, the CEO of, president of Sony Interactive Entertainment, said that they're going to try to enhance, improve, and increase their enhancements for their Sony PlayStation games, first-party titles. Like, they're going to try to do what Xbox is doing for the fucking PlayStation.
X.
Yep. And more Sony news. Lots of Sony news this week. Sony is thinking about a PS1 classic console. What are your thoughts on this, guys? Would you buy a PS Classic?
Hey, if it's $100, I think I would, because I love the PS1. A lot of great games on there.
I don't want that.
I'm done with.
I'm tired of classics, dude. I'm tired of indie games. I'm tired of classics. I'm tired of all that. Come on, guys, start innovating on the fucking industry and release new shit. Fucking shit. Fuck, Gunny, this is your fault. You buy into all this hipster shit.
I can go buy that PS1. I can go to Target, $99. Here's your PS1, right? It's got a HDMI cable. I can hook it up in the living room.
Who cares?
And then I can show my kids, look, I used to play this game when I was
what your kid's going to think? You know what your kid's going to think? Your kid's not going to give a shit because your kid is playing Roblox.
On your PC, and you could play all those games on your gaming PC that you have,
your kid
and
is
not
going to give
another
shit.
penny.
Your kid's going to be like, Dad, this isn't Roblox. Where the fuck are my online friends?
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck this boring shit.
This sucks. This is garbage.
What is this bullshit?
Who's going to be on it?
Crash will be on it. Crash will definitely be on it. Maybe Gran Turismo. Metal Gear Solid.
Will definitely be
Gran Turismo, the original one. What else?
Driver.
Driver will be on it. That was a big one.
You can probably play that on a F360.
PS3 What else? I mean, what the fuck could they release on that? I don't know, man.
Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal. Ooh, might be back on board now.
Yeah, those are good games. They're fun.
Oh man, I don't know.
Fear Effect.
Yeah, that was another great game I used to play.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That was different.
I guess. Maybe.
Ape Escape.
They got good games on PlayStation, dude.
That's another one. Yeah.
PlayStation was the shit back in the day. Everybody loves it. So
that thing was out forever. I had a lot of games.
Just like the PS2 was out forever. That thing was.
And my roommate also had a PS1.
Tecmo's Deception. Tecmo's Deception. Do you remember that game?
Tecmo's Deception. No, I don't remember that game.
So I probably have to see gameplay, but yeah.
It's the you laid traps in rooms, and the monsters would come in the room, and they would have to walk through all of the traps. And you were trying to Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
Yeah, just like there's another indie game that came out to try to recreate that. Yep.
But we'll see. Maybe there's no confirmation yet that they're working on one, but who knows? Rumors has it that they may be going to release one sometime soon. Maybe that'll be the thing they'll drop at E3. PS Classic coming this year. And everybody loses their shit.
99.
And then everybody will be like, "Where's the Xbox Classic?" Oh, not like I could play my Xbox original games on the Xbox One.
You can.
It's called backwards
your
compatibility.
Xbox Classic is your Xbox One.
Exactly.
Play it's an Xbox One Classic. It's an Xbox 360 Classic. It's an Xbox One.
It'd be cool if like Microsoft did that. They're like, guys, we have big news this week. The Xbox One, the Xbox Classic, available on your Xbox One X. They make a whole trailer for it. That'll be fucking hilarious. Just to troll Nintendo with their bullshit classic consoles. Oh, man. Another news, The Wolf Among Us 2 has been delayed till 2019. And I'm hyped for this. I'm glad they're actually working on something like this, right? Because The Wolf Among Us was an amazing series. I loved it. It was one of my favorite, if not my favorite Telltale series. It's between that one and Borderlands. Because I totally thought I was not gonna like Borderlands. I was like, this is lame. I'm not really into the Borderlands games. I don't think they're that good. I'm not gonna like this story. And I fucking loved it. I loved the story of the Borderlands Telltale series. So I'm excited for this one, but it's 2019, dude. It's a long time from now, Gunny. It's a long time from now.
It says here because of internal reasons, but that's because they laid off 25% of the company.
Oh shit!
So they're just doing some changes. It says they've been hiring for Unity engineers and developers. So hey, hopefully they'll make this game
less
a
buggy,
better experience,
less buggy, less bullshit frame rate drops.
Yeah, right. It kind of takes you out of it. So
yeah.
And Unity, that's when because I can tell you, I played something on the iPad. What was it? I think it was Borderlands one. I actually played on iPad. Played others on the Xbox One. and the 360.
Dude, I love
it. It does run better on a mobile device.
The Borderlands game was so good. I fucking loved it. I love those characters. I miss them. That's how much I loved it. Thing is, they might not ever make a second one. Ah, man.
I hope they keep it alive. I think it'll just have to depend on the fans of the series, to really voice their opinions to keep this going. I don't think the studio is going to go away, but I think if we want to keep seeing these kind of games, then we need to support.
For sure. In other news, there's a new startup in Myanmar, which is now capturing the Southeast Asia subscription gaming market before Nintendo and Microsoft even get a chance. So there's a new Myanmar-based startup that is marketing its own Netflix for games in emerging markets. The mobile gaming platform called Go Games has gained rapid traction in Southeast Asia since its release by Myanmar-based startup Goama, with 600,000 subscribers in 6 countries this month alone. Their CEO, Tero Araya, said. And apparently all they do is stream games to your tablets. And it's in Asia, so big market down there for people with tablets and mobile things. And they're like, yeah. So apparently here it says, gamers can play with micropayments of 0.5 cents a day, paying via their telecom providers. So it's based on your cell phone provider. You're paying them 5 cents a day, and then you're streaming games to your tablet or phone. That's fucking crazy. They have a list of 400 mobile games available, so mobile apps. You can take from those 400 apps, and pretty much, yeah. So it says here, Indonesia, Myanmar, Bangladesh. Pretty much, you just type in the phone number or dial a subscription code to gain access to a rotating list of games.
Oh.
So yes.
Micropayments.
I wonder why Apple hasn't banned this app.
Making money?
It's in Asia. I don't know.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
If this came to North America,
it'd be gone.
This would not exist.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, right. No, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You're paying with what now? So you're this will be your basically your cell phone company. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is big because they're saying that Microsoft and Nintendo don't really have a good hold on the market down there in Southeast Asia, especially in Microsoft. They're saying companies like this can just gobble them in, take out all the players. Apparently last year, head of Microsoft's gaming cloud division told The Verge that they believe that there's going to be about 2 billion gamers in the world, and Microsoft's goal is to reach every single one of them. So who knows, guys? We'll see what happens with this company. Keep an eye on them. It seems like it's a big thing and pretty amazing. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's fucking cheap. 5 cents a day. But in those countries, that's 5 cents.
That's up, man.
Well,
that's 5 cents for us, right? That's 5 cents in American money. How much is that worth in those Asian countries? How much is 5 cents worth over there? Is it $1, $2 a day for them?
How many yen is that?
I don't know. 5 cents to yen. I don't know, man. Who knows? But yeah. In other news,
there will be microtransactions. That was the whole thing, right? They're called micropayments of 5 cents. But yeah, that'll be chock full of them. Every turn, how much do you want to pay here?
In other news, not Microsoft, EA, DICE, Battlefield 5 developer, is receiving backlash after their big Battlefield 5 reveal earlier this week, and much controversy around the announcement. They showed off that a woman will be gracing the cover of the game, and people are mad. People are mad. Ugh.
They're rewriting history. They're altering it.
No, they're not.
There were no women in World War II.
Oh my God, Gunny. You know how many women that if they were listening to this would want to kill you right fucking now? Because there were women in the war. They were mostly medics and stuff like that. But come on.
I'm just kidding.
I don't think that's a problem.
I watched
people are fucking pissed. They're like, oh,
it's not an issue.
This is so lame. If that's your fucking problem, If that's your fucking problem, you shouldn't be playing games, motherfucker. Go watch.
Exactly.
Go watch the History Channel or some shit.
Get your SJW shit out of my fucking video game stuff. Fuck off with it. I don't give a shit if it's a woman, if it's a man. It doesn't fucking matter.
How dare you, Ryan? How dare you?
How dare you? How dare you read this article, Jesus? How dare you?
Let's go see two other news. Games value per hour. Apparently, this is a new metric that Good Old Games is using, or no, Green Man Gaming is using to show off, like instead of showing reviews to people that are buying the game, they show you the gaming value per hour. So pretty much what they do is they take the stats of how many GMG users have purchased the title, then the average amount of time that people played it, and the average cost for each hour of play. For example, Just Cause 3 cost about $1.68 an hour, while Pillars of Eternity will clock you in at $2.02 an hour. Apparently, people are kind of pissed off about this because they're saying like it's pushing this agenda of like the more expensive a game is, the better it should be, or like the cheaper it is, the worse it's going to be. You know what I mean? And
well, okay, but yeah, and I think there are people out there that want to know the answer to this question, and hey, hats off to Green Man for putting this out there.
You think so, Gunny?
I think so. I think there are people out there like, what's the value for my dollar? You know, so will I have fun playing for 80 hours of this game?
Who cares
people out there
say this?
I mean, I'm with you on that.
No. This is what I'm saying is like, who cares whether it's there or not? Why are you complaining?
Because
why are people complaining?
People are saying
stupidest
okay,
fucking
listen,
shit.
Let me tell you why. Because
no.
Listen. Let me tell you why exactly what they're complaining. Because for example, the Journey game. Remember the Journey?
Yes.
On PlayStation?
Yes.
How long is that game? 3 hours, right? 4 hours?
Kinda.
Yeah, something like that. 4 or 5 hours. We'll say.
How much was the game? $20?
$15-$20. Yeah, something like that.
So
People
you're gonna say this
that.
is gonna cost you $5 an hour. People are gonna be like, fuck this shit. This shit is lame. I don't want to pay that much for an hour of a game. You know what I mean? Like people are going to look at the value.
You know what?
People are being cheapskates,
and they're not going to be buying cheaper
right
games because of whatever reason. Or they're going to not look at this value and be like, I'm not going to pay this much an hour to play this game.
I don't think that that's really going to affect the marketplace that much. I really don't.
It's a small audience, right? It's a small audience, and I think Green Man's just trying to capture that with the small audience to say, look, you're getting every for your buck here if you buy this, right?
And how much you spend.
Here's the information.
So what?
It's weird, but people want to be weird.
And they have the information to say, hey, these people, like we have like people's hourly logs and stuff like that. So like, why not? It's a gimmick. That's all. And who's it hurting? Nobody.
Yeah.
Like
right.
Really.
Look at Just Cause 3 cost $1.68 an hour. Sure. Okay.
Minecraft would be
more than 30 hours out of that.
Says John Jerome.
40.
In other news, Total Biscuit, gaming commentator and critic, John Bain, also known as Total Biscuit, has died at age 33. So pretty much he died on May 24th, a couple days ago. He was battling with brain cancer. And
was it brain cancer?
Yeah. Apparently he was battling with brain cancer for a few years. And apparently this year he stopped streaming like online videos and he stopped making YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Saying that he was too exhausted from the chemotherapy.
Yeah, he was going through chemo, so I mean, it fucking drains you, man.
But his company will continue to go on. There's a new person in charge of his channel, and they'll continue to go on. I believe that person was his partner, not like his wife or anything, but like his.
I thought it was his wife.
Was it his wife? His wife is going to run it now. Yeah, his wife is going to run it.
Yeah,
so,
Gina.
Gina. So she's going to be running it and taking care of that.
That's cool.
He said, quote, "When I leave this world, I want to leave something my family can use to help them earn." And he also said, "It's been a privilege. Thank you all for letting me into your life and do something so important as to have an impact on how you spend your hard-earned money." And so it's sad, man, but it happens. Unfortunately, cancer is a fucking thing. And that sucks.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Total Biscuit.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace.
He's gaming on all the Ks up there.
He's got all the Ks.
And he did a podcast of World of Warcraft from 2005 to 2010.
Yeah, long time.
Good on you, man.
And another news, real quick. Other fucking news. Madden NFL 19 was unveiled for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One X. It's going to release on August. August, they said. Of course, it's going to be August.
Get your ball. Sports Ball 2018.
Oh, let me see here. August 10th is the release date for the Xbox and the PS4, but if you have Game Pass, you can play it. You can play it on August 2nd, because there's like a Hall of Fame edition, which is like the early access edition that gets you 3 days early.
Wait, Jesus.
What?
You said Game Pass. Did you mean Game Pass or EA Access?
EA Access. Okay. Anyways, on the 10th is the regular edition of the game. The Hall of Fame edition is released on the 7th. EA Access 1, you can start playing it August 2nd if you have that shit. So there you go, guys. There's that for your Madden fans. Terrell Owens is on the cover this year in the Hall of Fame edition. In other news, State of Decay has broke records following its launch earlier this week on the Xbox One. Microsoft unveiled that the title has broken 1 million player mark in the first 2 days of release, which is pretty impressive to say the least.
Yeah, good for them.
It's Game Pass, let's be honest.
I have seen a lot of people playing it, so.
Yeah, it's fucking hard. You die a lot. But there's that. So Game Pass is a big thing now, I guess. And they're going to have new games releasing next month coming up, which will be MotoGP 17, Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, The Technomancer, Wasteland 2 Director's Cut, and Disneyland Adventures on June 1st. So all those games will be coming out.
I don't even know what that last game was. What was that?
Disneyland Adventures.
Oh, Disneyland Adventures.
What the fuck did I say?
That was that Kinect game.
Okay, I was thinking.
Was it? Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you said Distant Land.
No, Disneyland. Disneyland. Fuck you guys. How about that, you fucking assholes? Fortnite has broken a new record, generating over $296 million in April across all platforms. They just keep printing money, pretty much, at this point. They're a money printing machine. Dun, dun, dun. And, yeah. So that's really it for the news, guys. Yep.
Phew.
Yeah. I went through it pretty quick, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
You are fast.
Ooh, eh?
It's time for communications.
Dun dun. Yeah. All right.
Community questions.
Our first question comes from Steve Molion. He says, "What do you think of the upcoming game Postscriptum? If you go, huh? What is that crazy Belgian talk about? Go fuck yourself. Just kidding, ladies. Hold on to your knickers. To me, this game looks awesome. Even so awesome, I just ordered myself a gaming PC just to play it. I just did something which I swore I would never do again in 15 years, and that is buying a gaming rig. Anyways, check the game out. Now that it is what I call a war game, fuck Battlefield and burn Call of Duty. This is the real thing. Now only to find the time to play it."
So our friend in Belgium, Steve Morleone, he pretty much doesn't like Battlefield 1. He says that it's not accurate to history, blah, blah, blah. And he was pretty pissed off at it.
Oh, God.
And he doesn't like Call of Duty. He says it's a fucking little girl's game. He doesn't like all those games. He says they're not realistic enough.
Gun or dead?
What?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, sorry. Fucking, you speaking Belgian all of a sudden? What's going on here?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Speaking some Dutch.
Oh, okay. And so apparently this game, Postscriptum, is what it's called.
I thought I've
seen gameplay of this. It looks cool. It's pretty much a. It's going to be a World War II like simulation of the real war. Like it's going to have every single real battle in World War II in this game. They're like, you're legitimately like, you're going to pick what army you're going to fight for. You pick the army, and you're going to go to war for that army. And you're going to fight the real battles they fought, like the Germans against the British and French against the Germans, American soldiers. You're going to fight along all kinds of front lines. Destruction is going to be total destruction. Like, you can level buildings, and like, there's a lot of cool things. I seen gameplay of it, and it was really cool. It looks fun.
Holy fuck, there's like tanks and
planes and paratroopers.
It kind of looks like what I'm watching right now kind of looks like World of Tanks, but then there's guys on the ground as well.
Yeah. So, I mean, it looks cool, but
yeah. I thought I read about this last year. Yeah. If we want to put a link in there, I'll check out.
Large-scale battles, 50 versus 50 players on foot, operating tanks, field guns, artillery, armored recon, and more. 50 usable vehicles from cars to heavy tanks. You will find a wide range of accurately modeled vehicles. 40 authentic weapons. 40 weapons from bolt-action rifles to binoculars and canteens. Detailed tank models. Vehicles using realistic values such as turret speed, armor thickness, and internal damage.
Yeah, so it looks cool, man. I mean, it looks like a simulation type game. You know, like a war simulator. I think it looks cool. Yeah. Talk to me when it comes to Xbox One. I'm not gonna buy a PC for this
but
shit.
you know, in the meantime,
I see this being
on Steam
a PC game.
We'll add you on our Steam machines for PCs.
Yeah, of course, man. Add me. You know, Gib877. Just add me to your Steam when you get it.
Or there'll probably be a open beta for this game, so I'll go sign up for it right now.
There is, as of, let's see here, testing is live. Get instant access May 26th.
Oh, that's today.
We are now live with our weekend testing open to the public on Steam.
Here it is.
Pre-order a Steam on Steam instantly to get access today.
See, I like games like this, and I always wondered to myself, why do companies like this company that's making this game? I don't know who the developer is at this point, but why don't they sit there and think to themselves, maybe console players would want this too? And I understand it takes a lot of money, resources, licensing the console, and all that you have to pay and you have to take into account. Not to mention the bugs, the testing, the QA, the certifications, all that. But, I mean, why not release this on a console? I think it would be a hit having an actual war simulation type of game on a console would be a good thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I know you may be afraid of competing against Call of Duty or Battlefield, and it's totally understandable. Those franchises are huge, right? They're big. They're monsters. But you could release this like in the spring. You can release this in the middle of the summer and be like, hey, guys, play this on your Xbox or whatever. I just don't know how it works, how that... I mean, how well did World of Tanks do on the Xbox?
Well, they just shut down this week.
Yeah, their studio just shut down.
Studio closed down.
But how did the game do on the Xbox? Because the game is still running,
on
right?
Xbox, I don't think it did great. I know it did really, really well on PC.
Yeah. How did it do on PlayStation? Because I know I had it on PlayStation too.
Probably the same, I would imagine. It was small numbers in comparison to PC.
All these
I think, Jesus, the same reason you're not seeing this on a console, just like you saw, for example, whether it be, I wouldn't use Warcraft, but maybe a Dota or an Arma 3. Why are you not seeing those on console? I think just because there's not a market for it. Right, it would cost too much for what they would think.
I think console players would get into it. Gamers are gamers, man. You know what I mean? Like, people act like fucking PC gamers are like so much smarter or some shit. They're not. They're the same average fucking people that play games on consoles. And you have a bigger market you have a big market both sides. Why not try to capture both of them?
By the way,
stick to one?
Jesus, the company is Periscope Games.
Okay. I'm going to email them and be like, you need to release this on Xbox. They're going to be like, fuck you. Don't tell us what to do. Oh, man. But, I mean, I think they're missing an opportunity by not capturing the audience that they could as they release it on console. Like, okay, don't make it free to play on console. Release it for like $60 $30, $40, $50, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
make it a full game then if you want to make it a free-to-play game.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
It's
as
not
far
a
as
free-to-play game. It's
what's their
$30.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that they need to engineer this to make a port for consoles, right? Let's just take this game, for example, the Postscriptum. Or again, even Arma 3 or something. Bohemian, they do have games on Xbox, but I'm sure they looked at the numbers and crunched it and said, well, you know, for development and cost, you know, for us to actually put it on Xbox, who's going to play it, you know? So maybe that outweighs the cost of what they're doing now. And I think they're probably just fine having it on their website. It's on Steam, you know. Let's kind of start there and, you know, and you know, to be in a free-to-play, like, there's already a bunch of free-to-play crap on PlayStation and Xbox. Let's stick with what we know and keep it on one platform or on our own, you know, launcher. So it'd be nice. I would like to see that. I'd like to see more of those games, you know, whether it's a updated World of Warcraft. Hey, it's coming to consoles, or, you know, Dota or something.
Yeah. Next question.
All right. Next one, I didn't have it up here. Where is it? Who is it from? Going back to it. Right, next one's from John Jerome. The old Nintendo games had crap graphics, but are still fun to play. I'm enjoying Final Fantasy 15, but the main character's hair looks like crap, and it bugs me. Why do graphics mean so much users to game, so much to us as gamers when the gameplay is what can make a game timeless? Will we be looking back at God of War in 10 years and say it looks like shit?
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah. Or say it doesn't have that, you know, it doesn't hold up well, you know, I'm sure.
Well, I don't know about that.
I think in the future, games, there's going to be different.
It all depends on where it goes. I mean, if it goes the VR route,
then
like, yeah, things are going to be way different.
This is shit. You have to use a controller to control this guy? What the fuck?
You can't. It doesn't fucking form around you?
I can't swing my arms and smash things? What the fuck is this bullshit? You know what I mean? And HGP... HGP 2050 is going to be like, what the fuck, guys? What the fuck is this? Yeah.
Here we go. HGP 2050. Hey, guys.
Yeah. There's a game
playing these games here. Jesus, can you remember what I played, man? I don't remember.
Yeah. This is exactly what it's going to
be. There's a game...
Ooh, guys,
back on
guys
PC,
cutting out.
And I think it was a PC game back 15 years ago, or even maybe less time. But I was just reading an article where they just, it said anyway, like those graphics were pretty bad on that. And eventually, I think it came and they had a port for mobile and stuff like that. But it looked really bad. But it still had a lot of, you know, fans of that game. But yeah, I think it's just time to, you know, I think it's definitely time to reinvent. And I like the 4K. Obviously, that's why I got the TV. But not everybody feels that way, you know?
Pretty soon we'll be talking
graphics.
Pretty soon we'll be talking about 8K when the PS5 comes out. Just wait.
That'll be the next PlayStation, right?
Mm-hmm.
The 8K machine. PlayStation 5.
No, the next thing, it won't be about the resolution. It'll be about the frame rates. Like the PS5 can hit 120 frames easily all the time. That'll be the big thing next. Watch.
Well, I think they would announce the frame rates unlocked, right? So
consistent frame rates is what it's going to be about.
Something like
Can you hit 120? Can you go higher than 120?
Yeah. Do you do that measly 60? Who does 60? No more.
Yeah. The Xbox only does 60.
Yeah.
PS4 does 120.
You got to pump those numbers up, Xbox. Come on.
Yeah. Rookie numbers.
Sony's got more.
All right, guys. Next question.
Next one. David Snyder. What you know about Lil Tay? You broke-ass bitches.
What you know about Lil Tay, you broke-ass bitches? That's how you're supposed to read it.
About Lil Tay.
I don't know who
I know Lil Tay.
Is he Asian?
I know Lil Tay. It's a little girl. She's 9 years old. And she's a big Instagram star. Superstar, you would say. She's famous for being like driving Ferrari down the road and like jumping out of the Ferrari and being like, look at my car. I'm 9 years old. Fuck you, broke-ass bitches. You cannot have this car. And like, I don't even have a license. Fuck you, broke bitches. And then like she throws money at the camera. But a little thing about Lil Tay that just came out recently was that her mother got fired from her job because of Lil Tay's videos.
What?
Her mother is a real estate agent in Canada and in Toronto. And apparently her mother... What? Yeah, she worked in all these Canadians, and you motherfuckers were crazy. And,
why is she surrounded in American money then?
Well, I don't know, but apparently her mother works for a huge real estate firm in Canada and Toronto, and she got fired from it because of the videos Lil Tay was making was in properties that were her mother's like job to sell. You know, like she was selling condos and mansions and shit.
Oh no.
And they were shooting these videos in these buildings. Like Lil Tay was recording the videos in these buildings like, look at my apartment, you broke ass bitches, and like throwing money around and shit. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, Lil Tay.
You've done your Lil Tay
research, man.
Research.
Research.
Yeah.
I researched Lil Tay.
I'm looking at it now.
You're watching Lil Tay?
I'm ashamed of this Lil Tay girl.
So
she's a fucking punk.
Okay, so next week she's gonna be on Dr. Phil.
Oh, we become famous. She's already famous though, Gunny.
I'm making this up.
Oh no,
so
who's this guy with tattoos? This guy looks like he's one of those stupid new rapper guys with the stupid tattoos.
Oh, is that Chief Keef? The guy with the dreadlocks or whatever, with the dreads?
He definitely looks like a Chief Keef. That looks like his name.
So apparently she did meet Chief Keef. He's a Chicago-based rapper, and they hung out.
Oh no! Hey, she met up with my boy Lil Pump.
Oh, Lil Pump. Oh shit, he's the one that sings Gucci Gang, that Gucci Gang song.
Oh god,
that's him.
Oh no!
Is that a disease?
No.
Gucci Gang. Yeah, guys. I mean, that's him. So I mean, Lil Tay, what you know about that? You broke ass bitches.
I didn't know anything about it until just now, and I really wish I still didn't know about it.
Now you know a whole lot about Lil Tay, guys. I gave you guys the knowledge.
Now I know way too much about it.
No, you know useless.
Thank you very much, David Snyder.
You know,
favor, Dave?
You know useless facts.
That video?
Useless facts of Lil Tay, brought to you by Jesus.
And I don't want to be on Instagram either.
Lil Tay.
What's the next question? What's the next question, Gunny?
From an Alan Mabby. Oh, Alan Maybe.
Oh,
yes.
that guy. Oh.
This guy right here.
No one likes this guy.
I haven't talked to him in a while. No, I talked to him earlier today, actually. He says, should Jesus buy me that State of Decay 2 so we can play some co-op and stream on Mixer and have fun like we did in Sea of Thieves? Basically, kill all of Jesus's characters and destroy his camp.
Fucking asshole. Fuck that guy.
Wow, nice guy.
Never gonna play with him again. Never, ever gonna play with him again. Fuck you, Alan.
I was thinking, Alan, probably what you should be asking is, or what you should do, maybe just go into Jesus' game and, hey, can I play co-op? Sure, Alan, come on in. I'll give you a second chance. Then Alan's over there basically like laying down gas cans in his settlement, right? And just lights all your settlers on fire and politely says, hey, and then cuts off the party and leaves and goes and plays some pool.
I will ban him from the group if he did that. No, actually I wouldn't, because he's a Patreon member, so that's the only reason he's still part of it. But, I mean, he's pretty close. Okay,
so take that as an invite, Alan. That's a yes.
So maybe. I mean, if Alan Patreon's like $20 a month, I may give him a second chance. Just saying. I could be bought, guys.
He's got to bump up to $20 a month.
$20 a month. They can destroy my games. It's cool.
Then he can play any game that you play that has co-op in it.
Yeah.
So when Jesus is on that billboard,
if he donates $20 a month.
That's what I'm saying.
So when you're on that billboard, Jesus, and you've got Juggernaut down below and freaking
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Zombies, and Alan's over there like just kind of chilling at your base, right? And you're over there just asking for help.
He can't do that. He can't do that.
I gotta go to work
because you have to stay close together when you're in co-op. You can only go a certain distance from each other.
It still does that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. One thing that he did mention though, because I posted that I was going to restart my Decay 2 gameplay because of the bugs I ran into with Mojo. He actually commented on that, and he was like, when are you going to play with me, Jesus? I was like, never, dude. And he's like, you know what? Actually, like, no one has ever invited me to Sea of Thieves ever since, like, you did the show and talk shit about me.
Shame him.
He says no one has invited him to Sea of Thieves yet since that day.
Wow.
That's good. Fuck you, Alan. You deserve that.
But now,
$20.
I swear, Jesus, if he puts $20 down, you're never going to play another co-op game in your life.
Never. I'll be like, I don't have those games anymore. I got rid of Game Pass, guys.
Don't play co-op. Sorry.
I don't have internet, guys. I don't have internet anymore.
No more online. I only have enough Wi-Fi signal to do the podcast every week.
Oh, man. What's the next question, Vinny?
Good one, Alan. Sean Iams Fuller, he asks, stay in or get out? Simply, stay in or get out.
Stay in? Don't.
Get out? Get out of my life.
I don't know. I mean, depends on what the context is.
Get out of my game?
Get out. I don't want to stay in anymore. I want to get out.
Yeah.
What if the next movie of the guy who made that movie Get Out is called Stay In?
Oh, no, that would be so cool.
What the fuck?
That would be a cool movie, man. Think about that. Like the sequel to Get Out is Stay In.
It's the prequel.
It's a good movie. It's the Oh, there we go. The prequel to Get Out is Stay In. Mind blown. Yeah. Mind blown.
Go see it.
I'm excited for that movie now. Stay In. Coming 2019.
Yeah. I've heard of this one, but I saw Get Out. But now go watch Stay In.
That's right. Fuck, that's so cool.
Man. Next question, Brian Tulp Jr. What is the one local event that is held every year that you go to, and then you get home and think, why did we go to that? But yes, you still go.
But yeah, you still go.
Rib Fest for me.
The beer fest.
There's a stupid fucking like a festival here in town that like there's rides and shit. They have a parade every year, every fucking year in July, every year. It's like the big thing in this town. And I end up going to it because of my kid. But if it was up to me, I would not go to that shit. I would be like, fuck this. It's hot. There's like 20 rides at most, and it's just so expensive to like get a bracelet is like $30 almost. It's like what the fuck?
These are always crazy, man.
And like all the food there is like minimum $8 a piece. Like elephant ear, $8. A taco like $5. A water bottle $3. Like everything's overpriced. This shit. Fuck that.
All that stuff is. I mean, like in that instance, I think about Fan Expo. Like I go every year. And I enjoy it. I have fun. But it's so fucking expensive, and it's so crammed, and there's so many people there, and it's cool that I get to play like games that are upcoming and whatnot. But sometimes I think about it, I'm like, fuck, do I really want to do this? Or when I get home, I'm like, God, thank God that's over. You know what I mean? Like it's done. I did my one day a year.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit adds up, man. And then, like, they have it for 3 days or 3 or 4 days here where, like, the last day is the most popular day because they do, like, a fireworks show at the nighttime. Yeah. So everybody's there, and it's, like, so crowded, and it's expensive, and it's like, oh, the traffic. You can't find a parking spot. Like, I'm lucky my ex-mother-in-law lives, like, a block away from the park where they have it. So I just go park in their fucking drive. I'm like, fuck you guys. I'm parking right here. I go park there, and everything's fine, but there's no parking spaces anywhere. And then, like, the shitty thing is the police, they set up the no parking around the park. So, like, you can't even park next to the park. You have to park, like, a few blocks away. And, like, because they have no parking because of the fireworks. The fire trucks need to be able to get in if there's anything that goes wrong or whatever. It's like, what the fuck? This shit's so annoying, dude. Oh, I hate it. I hate that shit.
That's why whenever there's an event in Toronto, I always take the fucking train in. Always.
Same thing with the town that I live in here in Petaluma, where we have the Egg and Butter Days parade.
What?
Well, this is actually Petaluma.
Stupid ass name capital. Is the Egg and Butter Days.
Egg and Butter Days.
Oh yes. God. Okay.
Because this was
It's
the chicken
the
capital
egg
point in
and
time.
butter days.
It sounds like something they would have down in Alabama or something.
You're right. You would
We
think.
gonna
but
have the egg
you
and
figure
butter
back in the
days.
day, they had they have a pier that comes in, and then literally the railroad tracks run along like the water, and that's where they'd pick up the chickens and take them to wherever chickens go.
Pick up the chickens at the
There's
water.
still a lot of chicken coops that are around here that are just freaking, like, they're all caved in and all wooden structures, and they're located all over the town.
So you go and you hang out in a chicken coop?
No, basically, yeah. No, it's just a thing downtown they have, and
What does it do?
What is it? Do they have rides? Is it a festival? Is it like a parade?
No rides. Oh, well, actually, they do have like the Jumpy House rides and stuff,
That
but
sounds
it's
lame.
not as. But
Are you guys like eating breakfast with people, like the community or something? Is that what you're doing?
They had that near the firehouse, which is kind of cool. Like, you can go there and pay $40 and have a pancake breakfast. And
$40 bucks. $40 by pancakes made by a fireman? No way! I ain't paying no.
anymore these days. I know, it's ridiculous.
Here in my town, we have
$40 for pancakes, man.
Yeah, it's all
that's a rip-off,
fire
dude.
department.
Is that like for everybody?
Is that family? Is that family
or-
price?
I
Yeah.
think it's per person.
$40 per person.
Wow!
I think the last year I went, it was that much.
Wow! No way!
Yeah,
Wait, we gotta look
40?
this up. The egg what festival?
egg
The
and butter days.
Egg and butter days.
$40 for like, is it all you can eat pancakes or is it like a 5-stack of
It's all you
pancakes?
can eat.
Okay, so it's all.
But they have everything else. They have all the.
So you see, in my town, we have the same thing next to the fire station. There's a
It
park
is.
right there, and for us, it's free. It's a free pancake breakfast. You just go there and you just sit down, and they give you all you can eat pancakes, like all you can eat anything. Like, it's just a community thing. The community just shows up, and you can
April
sit there.
28th. It happened already, Gunny.
Yeah, what was it, early May?
April 28th.
28th, yeah. So I didn't go
Congratulations to the 2018 Butter and Egg Days parade winners.
Yeah.
How much
Either
is
way,
it? How much is it? 40?
It's usually, normally it's hot, right? It's pretty, like, freaking warm, but it's been super cold and rainy here for the last 3 weeks.
Hang on. You gotta see this.
But it's boring.
But I mean, yeah, in my town we do like a free pancake thing for everybody. Everybody just shows up, gets free pancakes. They do that multiple times a year, and yeah, man, like that's kind of expensive, Gunny.
Yeah, it's an expensive town to live in.
that's-
Either way, I haven't been in the last 2 years. So
I just sent you the flyer for the Egg and Butter Days parade
Ooh.
in the Skype chat.
Okay.
all right, next question, guys, from M Polo on Discord.
I see the egg and butter days.
How many times have you played the single-player campaign, and what keeps you going back, excluding the single-player games that have multiple endings? How many times have you played the single-player campaign for
What
any
game?
game?
Any game?
Yeah, any game. And what keeps you going back to that single-player campaign?
I mean, like, I played Diablo multiple times over and over again. I played Borderlands multiple times over and over and over again.
Yeah. I'm gonna say those two games right there. Diablo.
Those two would be the ones that I probably did played more than one playthrough. But normally I don't. Normally I don't play more than one playthrough of a game ever.
Yeah. So for Diablo 3, played that through, I don't know, probably 4, 5, 6 times. Yeah, I'm gonna say about 4 times. And it wasn't like super long. I don't know how long each session was, 10 hours, whatever it was. But I think what kept me going back to it was just to level up my characters.
Yeah.
Really just, get the XP on those. So whatever they were calling it in game. But I haven't played Diablo 3 in a long time. Borderlands 2, I think it was just because playing with friends and randoms and just that being on the Xbox 360 and even when it went to Xbox One, you can import your save files, and yeah, that was just fun times, level up your characters that way. So, can't think of anything else besides the two you named. Maybe Just Cause 2, because it was a favorite game of mine, and I love playing through it a lot.
I can't think of like a game that I've played for multiple times. The last one I did that with was Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare when it first came out in 2007. I played that campaign like fucking 8 times or something. Like, I knew how to beat it in veteran, like, easily. I could just run through it fucking quick. Before that, though, I would have to say, like, on the original Xbox, the Star Wars Republic Commando, I played that so many times. I played, like, the NCAA games, the story modes on those a lot of times. The football games. Mercenaries, I played that a lot. Hitman,
that's a good one.
Hitman is another series that I keep... You want to... Yep. I go back through it because you want to, like, learn the different tactics of a map, you know, and, like, the different secret things you could do. And Blood Money was a big one for that one because that was, like, a big open world, like, area. Every time you go into, like, a new kill, you know, a new assassination, you have this whole new area to play around with. And a lot of the times I would end up killing the people the same exact way over and over every time because I just knew how to do it.
Yeah.
But sometimes
you want to do it faster,
yeah,
maybe quicker, and
and that's, you know, you're trying to go for that silent assassin rating, which is really hard to get in that game, you know, and even in the new one, it's really hard to get the silent assassin because you have to make everything look like an accident, like you weren't even there. But there's that. I mean, I don't know. And I think it's just the replayability, right? Like, that's all really that matters. When I was a kid, I wouldn't care. I would play games over and over again. But that's because I was a kid, man. You know, like, nowadays,
you couldn't buy a new game next week either, you know, like when you were a kid, you played the shit out of a game because it was the only game you were going to play until you saved up enough money to go rent another game from Blockbuster.
Exactly. Or your parents gave you like, $7 or $8 to go rent a new game or whatever. Like, it was always like that. So yeah, that was, that was the truth. Yeah. When I was a kid, I would replay games a lot, but as I got older, obviously, you know, you become an adult, you get a job, you have money to throw at games, and nowadays I rarely ever replay a game. Like, rarely, dude.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, I think Diablo 3 was the last one I did. Same ending every time, right?
Same ending.
Same boss, you know. Play through it like 4 times. Anyway, next question. Bertaholic on Discord asks, what's the game you're most looking forward to seeing at E3, and what is the least? Mine is Cyberpunk 2077, and the least is Black Ops 4. Love the show. Keep up the good work.
I forgot about Cyberpunk 2077. That sounds cool. But a game that I'm looking forward to the most of this E3 would be... I don't know, man. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, and I can't think of one right up the top of my head, but with all these, like, delayed games where I'm seeing on, you know, when I bring up my Twitter feed or whatever it is, I'm like, that game again is still like, geez, you know? So it's like I try not to get too hyped for something that I know that's probably going to get delayed.
My most anticipated game this year is Red Dead. And I want to see more, but I doubt Rockstar will even show anything. I know they won't, because they don't give a shit. They're like, we don't need to. We don't need to show you gameplay. Fuck you.
I think they'll be on stage with somebody.
You think so? You think like Microsoft
so.
can get them on stage showing off the features of the Xbox One X or something?
They won't be at E3, but they'll show off at someone's press conference, I think.
Maybe midweek they'll show something, right?
I don't know. I mean, that's my most anticipated game this year, and really looking forward to that game. But I mean, if anything, I'm excited to see what The Last of Us 2 is and where they're gonna set that game in, because we've already seen kind of like trailers for it, right? And like the girl seems older or whatever. Is Joel still in the game? Is he in there? Is he super old now? Is he dead? I want to know more details about that stuff. I wonder if Sony will show off anything for like a new Horizon game or like a new DLC for it or something.
Maybe DLC. I think it's too soon for a new game though.
That would be kind of cool to see. I mean, I'm excited to see what Tomb Raider has to show us.
Yeah.
I think that was going to be really cool to get to see like gameplay. I think that would probably be at the Microsoft stage because they seem to have a pretty good deal with Microsoft and that game marketing. So I think, you know, if everything, Tomb Raider, I'll have to say is my what I'm excited to see at E3. Cyberpunk 2077. Really? Cyberpunk 2077, I don't think we're going to see that.
Jesus, you taking Tomb Raider over Battlefield?
Battlefield is cool, man, but I kind of know what I expect. I kind of know what I'm going to see. You know what I mean?
Because
you're gonna see Conquest, Operations,
Tomb Raider. You're gonna see a different area and a different story, and it'll be Laura, but it'll be in a new adventure.
Because the trailer they have for it seems like she's in an island again, but like this time there's army men there or some shit. Like it's kind of weird looking, you know. And there's like the Aztecs. There's the Aztecs that are like sacrificing somebody like for like during the eclipse, and she stops that. Like, I wonder if that has some repercussions, like maybe like it pisses off the gods and it releases some ancient evil or some shit in the island. And it's so cool. I'm hyped.
Yeah, I think for mine, I was looking forward to seeing Metro Exodus again at E3. Right? Actually showing some more gameplay, and you can play this in November. But now that's been freaking delayed, so... what's new from Bethesda is the Rage 2. I'm not too excited about it, but we'll see how that shapes up and what they'll show at E3. Hey, maybe we will see some Fallout 5 news or something, you know?
No.
I love getting concrete that I'm releasing. I know that my Forza 8 is coming, you know, that's to be expected, but yeah.
I mean, my most looked forward to would probably be Borderlands. I want to know more about what's going on with Borderlands because I haven't heard anything about it. I know it's a ways off. I know it's not going to be till early next year, maybe mid next year, but I still want to hear about it just because I fucking love the series and I can't wait for the next one. So. And what am I looking least forward to seeing? I probably have to go with fucking Call of Duty or Battlefield. I just don't give a fuck about either of them. Yeah. Personally.
Yeah, I'd see. Yeah, probably like as far as big titles go. I think Call of Duty for me with the least. But Battlefield, yes, because I love the Battlefield series. And I don't want to see anything more on like Elder Scrolls Online. It just, I don't know, just not for me. I think
Bethesda that game. Will have another. I think they'll release Skyrim this time. You know? Or wait, no, Oblivion, because they did Morrowind already, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but can I just get a Skyrim, like a co-op? Can we just get 2-player? How about that? Right, at least?
That'd be cool.
Or 4. I think 4.
Wishful thinking. Next question. The Mayo on Discord asked, do you guys think there would be a draw to have custom-built console cases like in PC World? Good question. That would be cool. That would be cool if we could order something that's custom from Xbox Labs or whatever that controller thing is they're calling it.
Design your
that
own
would be
console.
Sweet. Yeah.
I honestly don't want
I don't
that.
care either.
I don't want that. It sounds lame. It sounds like personally a waste of money.
Yeah, I wouldn't bother really. I mean, and then that kills the market for them doing their own custom consoles like the Gears of War
and the Halos and all that. Crackdown console. Like they could not make those anymore because people would just be making their own custom shit.
No, I think there would be a market for it, but I don't. It wouldn't be big. It's just like,
but I don't think they would make enough money with it. Is what I'm saying.
But just it wouldn't be worth it. I think that. I mean, think about how.
Because you couldn't just go to a store and buy one, and I guess no, because it'd have to be made, right?
Yeah.
So
is it the Microsoft?
What are you doing? Are you customizing just the case and the color,
the front of it, the back of it? What are you doing? Yeah.
You know, what exactly do you get to customize? Because it's all one. Maybe you can put a logo on it, or maybe you can stamp it with. But I mean, even that is like picking the color. Who cares, really?
I don't know. I see. What is it? Microsoft Store or Microsoft Labs has their custom controller stuff.
Yeah,
but I could see them doing something, that's, easily done with a console. I don't know. Make it look like a freaking spaceship or something for people that, like that kind of stuff. I think it would be pretty neat, and people would pay for that. But it would be a small market.
Yeah, but
same thing with PlayStation.
You can't change the shape. You can't.
Yeah,
it's built to be in that case. Like, it's built to be that way. I guess if you want to fucking tear it apart and try and rebuild it so that it fits into a new-shaped case, you could do that, but...
And I'm sure there's other websites out there that claim to do it and can, and if you pay us, $1,200, we'll definitely make it for you, but...
I don't know, man.
It doesn't seem like it would be worth it for console gamers. I mean, think about how And a lot of times console gamers resell their shit all the time.
Yeah.
I sell my shit all the time. So like, when the new Xbox comes out, I'll be selling this one.
But what if it was simple, guys? What if it was simple where, hey, I want a clear plastic see-through on the top of my Xbox One X, right? And on the sides of my PS4, I want one side to be blue and one side to be red, right? So we're keeping that same shape, but maybe just putting different colors. I don't know.
I just don't see how it'd be worth it for a company to invest in that, to like invest resources to be able to make custom. Because you got to think about like,
means they have to stamp. Yeah. They have to stamp all these different colors
and ship them to you
in plastic, and then it's. I don't know.
They have to pay for the manufacturing of that. They have to pay for the material. All that shit comes into account, and I don't think it would be worth it at the end of the day. Like the custom controllers, I get why they do that, because people get attached to controllers. They play with that controller for a long time. A console, though, if that thing breaks or something, like you're gonna get rid of it. Or either switch out the fucking shell of it or something. Like what the fuck? Yeah. It makes no sense.
Yeah, either way, that's all we have for questions.
Awesome. So,
thank you for that.
Thank you guys for the community questions.
Get us out of here, man.
It's been a long show, but with that being said, you can always join our Facebook group, Horrible Gamers Podcast Community. Go join it. Leave us a review on iTunes if you get a chance. Head on over to iTunes in your country. Leave us a review there. Google Play, a thumbs up on Stitcher. You can follow us on Podbean as well. Subscribe there to listen to the shows immediately after they go up. They don't take any time to upload there. And find me on Xbox Live, Gamertag Jesus Walks a Lot. On PlayStation Network, I'm GSUS Walks a Lot. I'll be playing H1Z1 this week, probably more of it to get the hang of it, because it is a different feel from PUBG. I'll be playing more God of War. I need to finish that game.
Yeah, me too.
Detroit Become Human came out. I'm not buying that anytime soon. I made up my mind that I'm going to buy that in July. I feel like July will be a good month for that game, for me to play it. And that's it. I'll be playing more Decay 2, PUBG probably this week as well. So all that good stuff comes out. But yeah, that's it. That's where you can find me, guys. Where can we find you, Ryan?
You can find me on Xbox Live, Steam, and PSN under Gib8777. And I'll probably be playing some more State of Decay. I want to get into some more God of War 2. I want to finish that up. And, oh no! We hit our 4-hour limit on Facebook.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Oh, it just ended. Yeah.
Anyways, where can they find you, Gunny?
Find me on Xbox Live and on Steam under Gunny Chief. I'll be finishing Far Cry 5 this week, actually. Play a little. If I don't play any tonight, I'll be playing some tomorrow. Definitely more State of Decay 2. And
Gunny, you should play that so I can get into your game and get some resources for my base.
Hell yeah!
I need that.
I need meds, man.
I need food. I need food.
I got food. I got my kitchen up and running.
Meds,
I need you to come help. I need you guys. Resources. I need you guys to come into my game to help me clear out the zombies.
Let's fucking start an HGP community. Let's start a community with us playing.
I mean, next year I'm going to come in and do laundry for you.
You only play on one person's game.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. We only play when we're together.
Okay.
That community, we only play when we're together.
3-day weekend this week, guys. So I'm going to be playing a shitload of Decay 2. I'm going to be up all night until 4 in the morning. I'll be... Zombies are coming.
So I need to come over. I need to bring my broom over and sweep out your place and just like be your maid or what?
What the fuck, Ryan?
I'm taking my toys and I'm going home.
What if I want to build my base and my people up?
Fuck off.
Why don't I just be like Alan?
What does Gidget say?
Peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll see you on the next edition of the Horrible Gamers Podcast. Have a good Memorial Day weekend, and we love you. See you next week. Go listen to the Battlefield 5 show, and peace out, Brussels sprouts. Bye. Bye.
Drink whiskey and think wisely.
Clean your controllers and go to bed.
Think wisely. That's stupid ass saying.
I don't know. I just threw that out there. Maybe I had too much whiskey.
Hello.
And good morning and good afternoon.
And good evening to y'all. A good day, sir. Good day indeed. Jeebus. Oh, Jeebus. What are you doing, Jeebus? You know that G-Bus loves us all. Oh, G-Bus. Bunnies and balloons. Panty Snatcher, too. Jesus, what the fuck have you been playing?
Are those your 2 top games you played this week?
I don't think he's listening to us. He's got music on or something. He can't hear us. Or he's just being a dick. One way or the other.
I think he's just being a dick. You can fucking...
Why you being a dick, Jesus? You fucking dick.
Hello.
What, you're not gonna talk about panty snatchers too?
Yeah.
Who the fuck wrote that? Fucking assholes.
That wasn't you?
No, that wasn't me, you motherfucker. It was
My
probably
shitty
Gunny.
writing.
It smells like cake in my room. It smells like fucking cake in here 'cause of my vape. It's like all foggy and shit when I walked in. Hello.
Turn on the recording. Turn on the recording. Turn on the recording.
Okay.
Check. Check.
Microphone check.
Check. Check. 1, 2. Check. 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 Syphilis. Gonorrhea. Syphilis. Syphilis. Gonorrhea. Syphilis. Syphilis.
What the fuck are you doing?
He's speaking in tongues.
Two of the best words to test your mic with.
Oh, really?
Syphilis.
Alright, good.
Facetious.
Gonorrhea. Gonorrhea.
Come play with me. Come play with me.